Price Simpson Court for tonight's JV game between the Triton Trojans and our Tippecanoe Valley Vikings. At this time, I'd like to introduce the starting lineups. First of all, for Triton. Starting at guard, a 5'11" freshman, number 5, Dante Workman. Starting the other guard, a 6'3" sophomore, number 24, Jacob Pitney. Starting at forward, a 6'2" sophomore, number 10, David May. Starting at forward, a 5'10" freshman, number 14, Caden Large. And in the third forward position, a 6'4" junior, number 22, Evan Riles. The Trojans are coached by Taylor Long. And now for your Tippecanoe Valley Vikings. Starting at guard, a 5'9" junior, number 10, Cooper Walls. Starting at guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 12, Trent Marshall. Starting at a third guard position, a 5'9" sophomore, number 20, Nathan Parker. Starting at forward, a 6'2" junior, number 50, Dylan Neese. And rounding out the Valley lineup at the other forward position, a 6'6" sophomore, number 54, Tyler Johnson. The Vikings are coached by Mr. B.J. Walls.
All right, welcome everyone. Andy O'Hara alongside Anna McIntyre, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network as we're live from Rita Price Simpson Court here at Tippecanoe Valley High School as the Trojans get ready to take on the Vikings. Anna, who we got started here for our JV game here to get this thing going?
For the Vikings, we've got number 10, Cooper Walls, 12, Trent Marshall, 20, Nathan Parker, 50, Dylan Neese, and 54, Kyler Johnson. And for the Trojans, we've got 5, Dante Workman, 10, Javen May, 14, Caden Large, 22, Evan Barrows, and number 24, Jacob Pitney.
So Walls will go to Parker there on the left side. Patient waits for Walls, top of the key. Workman there to meet him. Walls will drive, spin, move in the lane, tries to find a way to go, finds him now, instead goes to Marshall. Marshall stops and kicks out. Walls had to track that one down. Works with the screen right into the corner. Workman jumps around, takes it away. Dante Workman down the other side, goes up the left hand and in. And Triton strikes first on the steal in the basket.
Dante Workman.
The team that averaging almost 16 points a game off of turnovers. There you go, the first basket again coming off one of those. Walls now top the key. Gets it right back on the give and go. Nice move underneath and gets that bank to reopen. On the assist from Dylan Neese. A little bit of pressure here for the Vikings.
Oh, he got a special ball. Got green on it.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Workman now working up top. He's for Briles in the high post. Hands it right back to Workman. Works with the screen. Picks up his dribble now. Finds Pitney. Workman now goes to work back in the corner. Scanning the floor. Briles calling for it. Neese taking that one away. Or excuse me, Johnson taking that away. Pitney now up top. Back to the corner now to Javen May. Triton patient on their offense. Good defense by the Vikings taking away all that stuff there. We're going to get a carry on the Trojans. Unforced error. The Vikings take back over. As Parker will leave it for Cooper Walls. He'll go to work. Step back, goes to Parker. Parker the dribble drive, driving strong into traffic. Can't get that one to go. Tipped around. Neese gets the rebound. Goes back up and then the putback's good.
Dylan Neese.
Workman out the floor at the far sideline, putting on the dribble, but he's going to get a foul call.
That foul's going to be on number 5, Dante Workman. That's his first, team's first.
Foul number 5, Dante Workman, his first, team's first.
He's leading with that left arm. Was the official's explanation. Parker works left. On top to Cooper Walls, but Evan Briles intercepts and takes that one away. Workman work against Parker. Javen May up top the key. Now goes to Pitney on the right wing. Pitney skip pass on over to Workman here on the near side. Workman patient up top. Now goes to Briles. Briles drives, stops. Kick out to Large. Large will work with the screen. Now leaves it for Workman. Long set for the Trojans. Now to May. May will drive. We're going to get a foul call.
That white 5.
50.
Oh.
Foul number 50.
Fouls on
Dylan
number
Neese, his
50,
first, team's
Dylan
first.
Neese. That's his first, team's first. I was like, 5.
And the missile, Wayne Riker now will check in.
Checks in for Triton.
As we go to Large on the right wing. Pitney in the corner, three-pointer on the way for the lead, in and out. Tipped around Wayne Weichert right there again with the putback. The missile continues to hit. He had himself a big fourth quarter against Rochester last week, or earlier this week. Wall step back three, can't get that one to go, tipped around. Here comes Evan Briles and gets the defensive rebound.
Yeah, we're a little messed up getting shoved back a day. We knew that Argus game wasn't going to happen. And then,
Second time it gets canceled.
yep, and it's probably not going to get recanceled.
It is not.
Not going to get redone.
Briles off the mark there. Rebound goes to Parker. Parker now up the floor. Taking it coast to coast, trying to feed it underneath, but knocked away by Pitney as he was looking to feed Kyler Johnson underneath, the 6'6" sophomore. Now, Jackson, if you're watching, I want you to be 6'6" when you're a sophomore.
Oh, I
I'll
thought we
take
wanted
it.
him to be taller than that.
Well, we want to be taller than that, but as a sophomore,
Oh, as a sophomore,
6'6" would be okay.
is okay.
work on the near side. Here's Marshall. Back up top to Cooper Walls. He'll drive, but he'll fall to the ground, losing it. Triton calling for a travel call, and that's exactly what they get. Coach Long calling out the play here for the Trojans. As Workman gets tied up in a jump ball call.
It's going to be a turnover back to the Valley. No, wait, no, they never flipped the Valley.
Possession Triton.
They never flipped. I couldn't see the other side of the possession arrow, so I figured it was lit up. But
So they get things straightened out. Oh, that's why I looked down too. Oh, no, that's up on the board. There we go. Workman now. Working against Parker. Got to watch that left arm.
Triton foul number 5. Dante
Triton not happy with that call.
Second.
Fouls on number 5, Dante Workman. That's his second, team's second.
Ian Cooksey enters for Tippecanoe Valley.
So that'll be a big hurt for the Trojans now with Dante Workman out with 2 fouls. As Parker works up top the key. Now to Walls. Just checking in was number 30, Ian Cooksey. And a 3-second violation called on the Vikings underneath, and they'll turn it over.
they got to have Valley down for 4 turnovers. Triton 2. Actually, that should be 3 because they didn't get that offensive foul of Workman.
Let's see how this JV team can battle this adversity without Workman. Usually handles the ball handling duties. Reich will get it up top the key. Javen May checked in for Workman. Pitney stops. Now goes to May. Good close out there by Parker to take away the 3. Back to Pitney. He'll spot it for a deep 3. Can't get that one to go. Evan Briles gets the rebound. Briles dribbles and puts it in, and one opportunity coming for Evan Briles. But right there, a good rebound, boxed him out, got the rebound, went back strong with it.
That foul's going to be on number 54, Kyler Johnson. That's his first, team's second.
Briles gets ready to shoot that free throw. The one thing there that, if I can critique a little bit, was I wouldn't have put the ball on the floor, just go right back up with it. But for Evan, if that's what you got to do and you see that lane, you got to go for it. And Briles converts the N1 opportunity. And the Trojans take a 3-point lead. Walls now up top of the key. Working against Reichert. Goes in the lane, kicks it back out. 3-pointer on the way and connects to tie it up. Is Ian Cooksey. Pitney working against Parker. Parker playing some nice defense against these Trojans here in this first quarter. Down to Briles. Briles will go baseline. Goes up strong. We'll get a foul call. They're going to say a charge on Evan Briles.
Triton foul number 22, Evan Briles.
That foul's on number 22, Evan Briles. It's his first, team's third.
That'll bring Parker back up. Goes to Cooksey, who hit a 3-pointer in the last offensive set for him. To Johnson up top the key. Johnson trying to go backdoor. Evan Briles went off of his thigh. He'll go to the ground. They'll fall down on top of him, and the Vikings regain possession. Runner by Parker's up, no good. Rebound goes to Neese. Can't get that one to go. Here goes Johnson. Now we'll get a foul call.
Foul's on number 20, Wayne Reichert. That's his first, team's fourth.
Tyler Johnson at the line, shooting 2.
Johnson now, the shot up, no good.
This will be Valley's first free throw attempt for the evening.
Trojan opposing teams this season that they've faced average about 53% from the line, and he'll go 50% on that trip. So the Vikings take a 1-point lead. Pitney stops, feeds it to Briles. Had to thread the needles. Riker was running right through there.
Yeah, I figured that was almost going to hit Riker.
Riker loses it there as Cooksey's got it. Cooksey down the floor, looking somewhere to go. Picks up his dribble, stops on the right side of the lane. 3-pointer from Wall straight away. Can't get that one to go. Rebound. Goes to Johnson, goes back, and he'll draw the foul.
Foul's on number 22, Evan Briles. That's his second, team's fifth.
So Taylor Long, strong post player. Now he's out 2 of his key guys who average quite a few points per game. And Ben McFarland will have to check in for Evan Briles, and that'll mean you're going to have to send Javen May down to the post.
McFarland enters for Triton.
Pitney will take his spot, rather. So Javen May will have to run that 5 spot. We'll see what Coach Long draws up here. It's Johnson's second free throw off the mark. And Javen May gets the rebound. 2-point ball game, 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Now to Riker on the right wing, down into McFarland in the corner. McFarland now gets caught. Good defense by Cooksey, and he'll find Pitney. Back to May. To the left wing now to Riker. Riker will drive, kicks out. Pitney getting swarmed by Parker, has to find somewhere to go with it. Tipped by Parker, Pitney gets it right back. Now leaves it for May in the corner. May will dribble, but over and back as he'll dribble over top that half-court line. Good defense by Neese to kind of use that body to kind of just use that momentum to push Javen May across the line.
Their defense has really been outstanding, I think. They're catching up on those outside shooters and being able to close them out right away.
Walls will drive, no look pass in the corner. Cooksey will try another 3. He's perfect on the night, 2 of 2. And that'll do it for the first quarter as the Vikings lead 12-7.
Trinity Valley 12, Triton 7.
So not for the Trojans, the foul trouble, I think, is going to be the big thing to kind of hurt them here going in the rest of this ball game is without Workman and Briles, 2 key players in that JV team. These younger Trojans are going to find a way to dig deep.
Yeah, you're going to have to get Reichert and McFarland, both of those guys, get them more time in here now and step it up and take over for, Workman's going to check back in, it looks like.
So Taylor Long is just going to put his 2 big guys back in.
Chance it out. Hopefully they don't get a 3 or pick up that 3rd foul here early in this second quarter.
So he's got to play smart, for Dante, that forearm. Just got to watch that forearm, I think, right across there. I think they're kind of watching now.
I'm not sure. I couldn't see a replay too well whether he's actually pushing off or whether he's leading with it and then he's backing away and it makes it look like he's pushing that defender away. And the ref being behind thinks that he's actually pushing.
And with that too, with like you said, it looks like he's pushing, but like you said, he goes to stop, but Parker, using his momentum as he's playing defense, he's going where he thinks he's going. It looks worse than what it really is.
Yeah, I think that last one, the ref was behind him and assumed that's what he did, but he couldn't really see whether he shoved with his arm or not.
Like I said, I don't want to be wearing black and white. I'd rather sit over here wearing blue. So Parker, Cooksey, Marshall checking in there at the between quarter break. Number 34, Cameron Manuel. Johnson all out there for the Vikings with Workman, Reichert, Briles, May, and Jacob Pitney, the 5 out there. These Trojans had to play a physical team in Rochester on Tuesday. Down a man. We'll see how they do handle things here. Manuel's pass too high, and it'll be over and back. So now if you're Briles and Workman, you got to be smart with those 2 fouls. How do you adjust here in this first half? Workman directing. Parker's going to track Workman the whole way. And then we'll get a foul call in the high post there. B.J. Walls kind of letting Kyler Johnson kind of reeling him in there just a little bit, try to explain to him.
And him picking up his second now here early in the second quarter.
Briles will drive, sees a lane, goes up off the front iron, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Parker scanning the floor now, goes to Marshall. Now to Cooksey on the right wing. Kick back out Marshall, one more pass. 3-point away for Manuel, and banks it in from the left side.
Cameron Manuel for 3.
Workman down the floor, feeds it to Briles, banks open for Evan Briles.
Evan
Yeah,
Briles.
that might be the key for Trojans is get the rebound or get the ball up court before Valley can get their defensive set and just break through and get a basket up.
Just try to push the tempo a little bit. Take them out of their half-court defense. Manuel now goes to Marshall. Now to Cooksey on the right wing. Kicks it right back. Marshall pull-up jumper from the elbow. Contested, no good. Johnson with the rebound. He'll put it up and in.
Kyler Johnson.
Workman back at the floor in a hurry. Workman now over to Briles in the corner. Briles will drive. Kicking out to Riker here in the left wing. Now in the corner to Workman. He'll spot up for 3. Can't get that one to go. Rebound goes to Johnson. Parker now stops at the top of the key. Leaves it for Marshall. Works it over here to the right side. Parker calls for it. Knocked away by Javen May, and the Trojans come away with it. So up to Pitney. Had Workman over in the corner. That's where they're going to go with it. Late switch, and he'll drive down the baseline. Workman tries to feed it into Workman. Loses it. Pitney there to bail him out in the corner. Now to Reichert. Goes to Workman. To May on the left wing. Reichert flying across the lane there. Now to Pitney, 3-pointer on the way. Can't get that one to go. Rebound now goes to Parker.
Yeah, Triton's just not very good back there right now. Have not hit any of their 4 attempts.
This Valley JV team looking really good here in this first half. Through the hands of Parker. Pitney and Cooksey collide in a jump ball call, and it belongs to the Trojans. Settleson and Blaine Sheets, the 6'3 freshman, will check in.
Caden Large for Triton. Possession, Triton.
Now Workman. Parker playing some nice defense out there. Caden Large also checking in. Wanted to go to Riker in the back door, but nice defense by Cooksey to take it away. Briles now works in the left wing. Briles will drive, stops, kicks back to Workman. Workman gets caught, he'll drive and draw the foul. I think they're going to say it was on the floor.
Yep.
Fouls on number 20, Nathan Parker. That's his first, team's fourth.
His first, team's fourth.
Workman to inbound. Finds Reichert in the corner. Works the screen left. Getting knocked away by Cooksey, but Reichert, nice concentration to hang with it. Workman now calls for it in the corner. Down to Briles, big man, driving against the freshman, up and can't get that one to go. Tipped around, and Javen May will dribble it out of bounds. I'm not sure if anybody knew where that ball was,
No.
it was caught between three players.
I think everybody's reaching to touch for it. I was hoping they could grab it.
So Nathan Parker, who's done an outstanding job here in this first half for the Vikings, brings up the floor, calls for it right back. Skip pass over to Cooksey in the corner. Workman jumps around and takes off. Parker's going to try to shut him off. Workman, stop. Nice stop by Workman as he got Parker to overshoot it. Nice adjustment by Dante Workman.
He's very good at being patient and just waiting for that defender to back down and then shooting.
They get in there and just stopping with the feet. Workman jumping around again, trying to knock it away. Dante Workman hungry for the ball, and he'll take it away. Another steal for Dante Workman. By my count, that's 3 for him at least.
Yep, and as a team has 5.
Out of Caden Large on the right side. Briles backing down. He'll drive with a strong to right hand of the lane, and another and one opportunity coming for Evan Briles.
Fouls on number 42, Blaine Sheets. That's his first, team's fifth.
So Evan Briles back to the line. The only guy to get to the free throw line here this evening for the Trojans. And Evan Briles on 2 and 1 opportunities. Converts on both of them in a timeout for Tippecanoe Valley.
Tippecanoe Valley, their first timeout.
You know, Anna, watching these JV guys this year, you know, we don't usually call the JV games as much, but I just kind of want to let the guys kind of get their gears about it early in the season. But here in the later part, I think I changed my mind after I kind of started to watch this group and everything. But this group here has really grown a whole lot this season. I think you've seen a different group now where we're early.
This last 5-6 games, now it's just consistent and just knowing, they're learning how each one plays that game and how to react with them.
And you know, they're doing what Coach Long does a great job coaching these guys, and they've really just taken off. Like Jason said, in an interview, they're home not terribly long ago. He says, you know, it kind of takes everybody pretty much the whole season to start getting things figured out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for JV, you've only got 3 games left.
Yeah,
counting this one.
Yeah, everything works like it's supposed to be. Yep, we'll have the. Speaking of that, next Tuesday be up at Bremen, and then next Friday will be senior night at home with Knox. So that's probably all we're going to get, because he said Argus will not get rescheduled because it's too close to sectional time, and probably could be the sectional draw tomorrow.
Yep.
It could be Triton Argus on that first Tuesday night game. So we'll see how the little balls fall tomorrow night at 5 o'clock.
Of course, we'll have a special commentator with us for the Knox game, for both games, rather. For both games, we'll have him. So we'll see what Tippecanoe Valley draws coming out of the timeout. Working it around the perimeter. I think we're going to get a 3-second lane violation on Parker. I didn't think he was camped out there that long. It felt kind of fast to me. And Parker, who's done a good job against Dante Workman, will track him all the way down the floor. Coach Long seeing trouble, called timeout. Get things reset.
30-second timeout, Triton, their first timeout.
Of course, we'll have the varsity game after this.
Have senior night. We'll carry the senior night for Tippy Valley. That'll be before the start of that varsity game. So we'll cover that for them while we're here, set up.
And Anna, remember, she marked off my timeouts on here for me.
Oh, yeah, because manually got to do it. There's nice scoreboard, kind of similar to Bremen's, but just doesn't have a spot for timeouts up on the scoreboard, so we'll manually do it tonight.
That's where I do like their scoreboard, though. I've always liked that player and the fouls and the points up there. I've always liked that. I was spoiled. We had that at Warsaw.
I think we can get it for ours. It's just an add-on.
It's just an add-on. Just an add-on.
Is it really just an add-on?
Yeah.
That might be too much for Steve to handle.
I don't know. We might have. I can't. Oh, my. Riker now up top the key. Now goes to work with what Coach Long drew up. Back door. Here goes Briles, gets caught up, goes back up strong. Good defense there by Sheets to take away the look inside.
Yeah, the biggest thing there now is I got Valley down with 10 rebounds compared to Triton just 4.
Usually Triton out rebounding opponents on the season, 28 to 24 a game on average. Down to Parker in the lane. He'll drive. Gives it to Sheets. Banks open for him. Pushes that lead to 5 with a final minute of the second quarter nearing here. Workman out the floor up the far sideline. Taking off. Workman coast to coast. Up and draws the foul. You know, you always talk about, I'll let you go ahead and say this first.
Fouls on number 42, Blaine Sheets. That's his second, team 6.
You always talk about kids that have that first step and how quick they run, but Dante Workman can cover more ground than any other player I've ever seen. He just covers ground, I mean, in a hurry.
Yep.
I think he gets faster each game.
Just know where to thread that needle with that ball and just take off and head up that court.
Workman connects on the second. Duncan with it, he'll throw it away, and Caden Large there to take it away. Now to Riker here in the left wing. On to Caden Large up top. Finds Workman. And Parker's going to stick to him to make sure that countdown gets started in a hurry. Now to Workman. I'm not sure about that one. There really wasn't any contact. He's just touching him.
Whether he reached underneath and pushed. Oh, so.
Okay.
So now we get to go to the line.
Huh. I don't think anything was there. It was two. He's just touching him, looks like, unless.
Yeah, he just held his arm on his side.
He's going to call it a hold, I guess. So Workman a chance to cut it here with a one-on-one opportunity. Pitney will check in. Duncan now work left to Parker. Parker steps, but I think we're going to get a. Pitney tried to get around the back and knock that one away.
His first, team 6th.
That's his first, team 7th, not 6th.
Ben McFarland checks in for Triton. Trent Marshall for Tippecanoe Valley.
So Marshall and McFarland both check in for their respective teams. And I'll send Parker to the line for the 1-1 bonus.
Yeah, they got
a lot of confusion here.
Well, they had 7 and 7 fouls up there. Now they got 7 and 6.
Yeah,
I thought it was 7. I thought we had 7.
No, I got down to 6 fouls.
Oh, okay.
So 2.8 seconds for BJ Wall and his Vikings to get a shot here before halftime. Parker, Duncan's three-pointer at the buzzer off the mark, and that'll do it for the first half. As Tippecanoe Valley will take a 4-point lead into the locker room.
Get things synced over here, and we'll get stats set up. We might even be able to reach out of the printer up here and grab them up from Wes.
I just thought Anna would have had it all figured out from just watching.
Yeah, she kept track of everything. Just
We don't talk about it.
There we go. So team stats here. Triton just 3 of 5 at the free throw line. Tippy Valley 2 of 4. Inside the arc 6 of 10 for the Trojans. 4 of 9 for the Vikings. Triton not successful at the 3-point line. 4 attempts to get any of them to drop. Valley got 3 of their 5 attempts and turnover 6 to 11. Valley team leaders. Cooksey with 6, Johnson with 4, Manuel with 3, Walls and Sheets each with 2. Biggest thing there's Johnson and Sheets and Parker all with 2 fouls there in this first half, where Nice just has a single one. For the Trojans, Briles with 8, Workman with 5, and Reichert with 2. Biggest thing there at the top, Briles and Workman, your leading scorers there, but each of them have 2 fouls. And then Reichert and Pitney each with a single foul.
So we'll take a break and be back after halftime right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
This is the Commissioner's Corner, and I'm Brendan King, and for the Coach Bob Lovell, joined alongside the Commissioner of the IHSAA, that is Paul Neidig. Paul, great to catch up with you as always, my friend, and we catch you on a pretty busy weekend around the state.
It's a good time when we have multiple things going on, students being able to showcase their skills, especially in the state tournament level. But we have teams rolling in Indianapolis here this weekend for a wrestling state championship meet, and boy, it is a dandy. It's we start Friday and finish up Saturday night, and we're going to crown some state champions.
Paul, I remember talking with you and Coach Lovell on the year-end special on Indiana Sports Talk about the wrestling state championships at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, just the uniqueness of what that brings and the crowds, and it's just so different compared to anything else that we do.
It is. And, you think about it. We have 407 member schools. In this wrestling tournament, we have over 100 schools represented with kids that have participated all year long. So you have multiple areas of the state being represented at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, and then you throw in, this is it. They get to Friday night, and they've worked hard all year long. This is the final weekend of the season, and you've got to win that one match on Friday to be able to go on and wrestle in the medal rounds on Saturday. And there's a lot of emotion involved, a lot of excitement. Half the field season will continue into Saturday, half the field season will be over, but it's still a successful year for those kids.
Paul Neidig's with us on the Commissioner's Corner. Paul, also semi-state weekend in the girls basketball state tournament. Some great teams competing, but I want to point to Class 3A, Paul, where last year we got a state championship game between South Bend, Washington, and Silver Creek. Silver Creek, of course, championships in boys and girls basketball in the same year, only the third school to ever do that. But you have potentially can get a rematch from last season. Crown Point in Class 4A also trying to get back there, but this is always a fun weekend in semi-state.
It is. It's the pilgrimage begins, as I always call this time of the year. These communities have these kids, and they got their schools, and now they're going to venture across this state into some of our great basketball venues. They got to play one game, and that game is to be able to go play at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, home of Pacers and the Fever, the next week. And, it's incredible matchups. If we have a rematch between South Bend, Washington and Silver Creek, I know South Bend, Washington's been looking forward to a possible rematch for 365 days as we walk into next weekend. So it'll be great basketball, as it always is.
Paul, as you alluded to, the venues around the state, and I know with fans being back in attendance, you go to games all the time and you're bouncing between places and trying to catch as many things as possible. But just with the fan support and I guess the passion for high school sports coming back from COVID, again, as we discussed on New Year's Eve, what have you seen from the turnout and just what folks have been saying about getting back to these great venues?
Well, fans have returned. And then some. We've always had great support in the state of Indiana of our high school athletics, community-based schools and education-based athletics. But, I think people, when you take something away, when something leaves us for a while, then we start understanding how important it was to us. And I think that's what we're experiencing this year. We had incredible numbers through the fall, and we've had a lot of interest in tickets for every level of the state tournament so far this winter. Wrestling, we're going to have a full house this weekend. But girls basketball, they're going to come out in groves, and it'll be a rocking place at Gamebridge come next Saturday.
Paul, and March 26th is going to be here before you know it as well, Gamebridge Fieldhouse for the boys' state finals.
It is, and boy, what a wide open tournament.
Oh, man.
As I study those brackets and I look at who's still playing, and there are multiple teams in every class that have a legitimate shot to play at Gamebridge. And, I don't remember a year where I felt the tournament is more wide open than this upcoming year. And that means nothing more than we're going to have a great tournament. There's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of games that people come out for and look forward to. And I think Hoosier hysteria is going to certainly show up in force as we march through the boys tournament.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Hey, Dr. Jenner, what do you remember most about playing high school sports?
Oh, I loved it. I made friends and have memories I'll treasure forever. But what mattered most were the life lessons I learned in the soccer field.
Life lessons. Which are your favorite?
Just being part of a team. You learn so many valuable skills: collaboration, communication, work ethic. These are just some of the lessons that have helped shape the person I am to this day. I'm Dr. Katie Jenner, Indiana Secretary of Education.
And I'm Paul Neidig, Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Join us in celebrating the 50th anniversary of Title IX and the opportunities it's provided female student athletes across this country, including here in Indiana.
Thanks to Title IX, generations of female student athletes have learned life lessons that will impact them for the rest of their lives.
And that is a legacy we're celebrating.
This is 50 years of Title IX. This is celebrating generations of female student athletes. This is your IHSAA.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Andy O'Hara alongside Anna McIntyre, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler here for the Triton Children's Sports Network as the Vikings lead here at home at Rita Price Simpson Court 19-15. And I think these Trojans got some things to get things worked out. What do you think?
Yeah, I want to see their defense kind of get tighter and close out, because watching the Vikings defense against us, they are really tight and they're really good at getting up and closing those shots out, and I think that's something we could work on for the second half.
You know, in Tippecanoe Valley playing some really good defense. I mean, you see these guys closing out their shooters. And like I said, Parker's one we've mentioned quite a bit. He's just kind of tracked everybody all over the floor. Look to them to continue to build on that good first half they had. The Triton, one thing for them that's worked out well is their size down low. I mean, they're patient. This group, when they slow it down in the half court, they can really do some damage against the Trojans.
Right.
About 20 seconds away. Triton leading that steal category 7-1, but losing the rebound battle, which doesn't happen very often here this season, losing that one 12-4. Appreciate Wes and Kevin for the stats. Did you get everybody wave to and hi, howdy, hey, and everything else down there in Indianapolis?
That's Grandma's fault. I don't
It's
even
not
know where they
Grandma's
live.
fault. No, man, you said Indianapolis.
No, I didn't.
Well, someone said Indianapolis. That was
Wes.
Kevin.
Grandpa.
Or Wes, somebody. Who knows?
Somebody said that. I don't know who it is, who I'm waving to. Grandma just said to wave, so I did.
Oh, my. So Walls leave it for Parker on the right side. Into the corner now to Marshall. Goes down to Neese. Neese tries to get it back into play, and Parker's there to corral it. Walls working against Javen May, trying to get traction. Now to Parker with the ball fake. Walls goes to Parker. Triton working hard here. They go to that box and one defense. Three-pointer from deep for Walls and drills it.
Cooper Walls for three.
4 or 6 behind the arc. Triton still looking to get one to drop.
Parker distraps Workman and knock it away, but Workman, nice concentration to keep it alive. Down to Bryles. Bryles spins, goes up strong with it, can't get the finish to go, or the roll to go. And Tippecanoe Valley comes away with the rebound. Parker now at the floor, stops on the baseline, kicks out to Walls. He'll try another three. Back iron too high off the top of the backboard, no call. Tipped around, and Walls knocks away. We're going to get a foul, I believe, on Workman sliding in.
Fouls on number 5, Dante Workman. That's his third, team's first.
So Workman unhappy. He'll have to come out with those 3 fouls.
That's one of the things. You want to be aggressive to try to get that ball, but when the player moves, you have that contact, and sometimes you can't avoid it.
Walls calls for it. He'll bring it up. Set the offense. Goes to Parker on the right wing. In the corner out of Marshall. Johnson trying to get position as Javen May knocks that one away. Pitney down to Reichert. Kick out back to Jacob Pitney as he's patient. Finds Caden Large on the baseline. Large for 3. Can't answer back. Reichert with another rebound. The missiles sniffing out the rebounds here tonight. May can't get that one to finish. Trying to fight for Neese, and we're going to get a loose ball foul.
Fouls on number 10, Javen May. That's his first, team second.
Foul number 10, Javen May, his first, team second.
And that'll bring Parker up. The Vikings leading by 7 here. Marshall now to Well, working around Walls, now goes to Nice. To Parker in the lane. Parker feeding it down low, up and in is Kyler Johnson. Tippecanoe Valley, very patient, very methodical with their offense, and they executed extremely well.
Fouls on number 10, Cooper Walls.
Number 10, Cooper Walls,
his first, team's first.
Yeah, they're going to call this team. They're calling it pretty tight, both sides the whole way, just with Dante's aggressiveness in that first half picking up those fouls. But now Valley's trying to be aggressive too, and they're going to start picking them up.
And I like what B.J. Walls did right there. He told the officials, hey, go explain to him what he did wrong so he knows.
That's a very smart move, actually.
And that's a sign of a good coach right there. Working down the right wing.
Also make the rest accountable.
So that too. Workman drills a three from beyond the arc.
Dante Workman for three.
So the first 1 of 6 for the Trojans to get in that three-point land.
It's Parker now. Drives, stops in the paint. It's caught there. It's out to Marshall. Calls for it right back top of the key. He'll try to drive again. Kick out. Marshall feeds it down into Johnson. Johnson work on the baseline, but he'll lose it. And Cooper Walls and Parker are going to track the Trojans in the full court. Nice will come up on Jacob Pitney. Lars now stops, lost his dribble. Now to Briles. Briles scans the floor slowly now, finds Workman. Workman fades away at the baseline, no good. Briles with a putback and draws the foul.
Fouls on number 54, Kyler Johnson. That's his third, team's second.
Evan Briles at the line.
Briles 1 or 2 for 2 on the evening. Rattles home the third one.
Trojans 4 of 6 at the line. Valley still 2 of 4.
Briles perfect on the night from the free throw line.
He gets him actually up 10 points, leading all scorers. Followed behind with Workman with 8.
And 6 of those 10 points coming on and 1 opportunities. Walls will drive. Stops. Feeding it down. Nice move underneath by Nice.
Dylan Nice.
That was a nice move down low by him. Workman down to Briles. Briles breaks open for 12.
Evan Briles.
Ball's now back up the floor. Johnson kick out. Parker with the head fake. Back to Walls. Fakes it left. Goes right, no look. Feed down to Nice, backing down Briles. Can't get that one to go. Johnson knocks that one away, and Pitney comes away with the rebound. Marshall drive, trying to throw somewhere. Lost his balance.
Knew where their Trojans should have been in that vicinity.
For Tippecanoe Valley.
This looks like our scoreboard got dinged a little bit.
Cooksey will check in. Marshall will check in next dead ball. As will Javen May for the Trojans. Parker now. To Walls on the far side. Workman trying to knock it away. Foul call.
Fouls on number 5, Dante Workman. That's his 4th, team's 3rd.
The official took a long look at Taylor Long as Taylor was
I've never seen him jump
down,
that high.
Jumping up and down and just.
He can jump higher. Trust me. So Workman now will have to sit with those 4 fouls. Parker, Marshall for 3 in the corner, and we'll get a foul on the 3-point attempt.
Fouls on number 20, Wayne Reichert. That's his 2nd, team's 4th.
Trent Marshall at the line.
And Marshall has not been to the line yet tonight.
Officials having a quick conversation. It's Marshall's next free throw off the mark. 1 for 2 thus far, gets his third one here.
He's only the second Valley player to be at the free throw line tonight.
Off the mark, knocked away by Javen May, and Pitney can't quite get there. He'll stay right here with Tippecanoe Valley. Out of Parker. Walls corner for all by himself in the corner for 3. Can't get that one to go far iron. A little too strong. Is Pitney now going to run it up the floor? Pitney goes up and get a foul call on the shot.
Fouls on number 20, Nathan Parker. That's his third, team's third.
Valley foul number 20.
So he's the second Valley player with 3 fouls. He's joining Johnson.
Pitney at the line.
So Pitney now will go to the line, his first trip tonight. Gets the first one to go. Pitney just shy of 60% on the season from the free throw line coming into tonight. And this Trojan team, a team that struggled with free throws, has gotten better as the season's gone on.
Yep, 7 of 9.
Sheets checked in during those free throw attempts as Walls will try a 3 off the mark. May with the rebound. Now to Pitney. Pitney works against Walls. Trying to lose him with the spin move. Walls with a nice defense, tracking him down side to side. Now goes to Briles. To Pitney. Works the screen left. Pitney. Step back, contested 3. Gets fouled.
Fouls on number 10, Cooper Walls. That's his
second,
team's fourth.
Valley foul number 10, Cooper Walls, his second, team's fourth.
So Pitney gets 3 free throws. First one goes.
Jacob Pitney at the line.
Usually might see that once a game, you getting a foul on a 3-pointer, but here we've got.
That's still a rarity once a game.
Yeah.
And back-to-back, too.
Off on the second. Chance to cut it to 1. And can't get that one to go. Javen May gets the offensive rebound. We'll get a foul underneath the basket.
Fouls on number 42, Blaine Sheets. That's his third, team's fifth.
Valley foul number 42, Blaine Sheets, his third, team's fifth.
Pitney looks to inbound. Feeds it to Reichert. Reichert hangs with it. Nice concentration. Tipped around by Cooksey, but Reichert's there to catch the loose ball. Now to Briles. Briles caught in the lane. Leads in that one, blocked there by Neese. And Cooper Walls is there as Briles trying to get Valley wanting to foul. There's a lot of contact with the 2 players going to the floor.
Should have been about a couple of them underneath.
Fouls on number 24, Jacob Pitney.
Triton
That's
foul
his
number
second,
24,
team's
Jacob
fifth.
Pitney, his second, team's fifth.
Coach Long not happy. See attempt there. Walls almost caught the Trojans napping outside. Marshall stops on the baseline, kicks back to Walls. 3-pointer on the way. Can't get that one to go. Tipped around. Briles there to get the rebound. Hands off to Pitney. Walls is going to track him the whole way. Reichert now on the low block. Retreats back to the 3-point line. Cooksey hangs with him.
Fouls on number 24, Jacob Pitney. That's his third, team sixth.
Foul number 24,
The
Jacob
foul away
Pitney,
from the
his
ball.
third, team sixth.
Back out. Walls with it. Calling for back top the key. Now goes to Cooksey. Cooksey hit 2 3-pointers in the first half. Sheets down the elbow. To Marshall. He'll drive. Floater from the baseline. No good. BJ Walls trying to call timeout before the ball went out of bounds. The officials did not award him with it as Triton comes away with it with inside 37 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Hands off to Pitney in the corner. Walls on the defensive side now for the Vikings. He'll hang with him. Large sizing up Marshall. Stops, picks up his dribble. Has to find somewhere to go with it. And Triton stunned as they want to know where the 5 seconds was. That was a quick 5 seconds.
Yeah. Even Taylor's asking Valley's coach, and they're both shaking their head.
Well, and Valley had got one on the earlier of that where they called a 3-second lane violation when it only felt like it was only a second and a half.
Yeah.
His clock must run fast. Cooksey down the right wing. And we'll call it travel.
I think now even the players are just laughing. So.
Might as well laugh it off.
Yep.
Don't get mouthy with them.
So a travel call as Pitney's going to throw it down the floor, tipped around. Here's Large goes up at the buzzer, puts it in, and Triton ties it up. Oh, that couldn't have went any better for the Trojans.
Pitney just tipped it right to Caden. That was perfect. That was like if you mapped that up on a board, that would have been like.
There, I got the YouTube replay coming up.
Just tipped it right to him.
Right to him.
Shepard went out there to kind of understand where that 5-second call goes, and the official said, well, I counted 5 seconds. So I don't know. We'll just hang with it.
Whether he didn't, even when they switched the player's possession, having it, whether they, since the ball didn't get advanced, but they changed possession, well, don't know.
It's not if you're both teams. Yeah, some of the calls are not quite going your way either way you look at it.
But they're consistent.
However, the official's going to give them props because I don't want to be down there. I am perfectly fine where I'm sitting. I'm not, I'm just kind of calling it as things kind of unwind here. But, for the Trojans and for the Vikings, you just got to keep your head in it. Calls may not go your way. How can you handle that?
Yep.
That stress and that adversity.
The biggest thing is right now we're back to square zero, tied up. So 1 quarter to go. So that third quarter scoring, Trojans outscored Tippy Valley 12-8. Go back to the first quarter, 7-12. Valley took the lead, and then Triton scored 8 points to 7 points in second, and so this third quarter 12-8.
So Pitney now goes to work out there with Large, Briles, May, and Reichert. Sheets, Cooksey, Marshall, Johnson, and Parker. The 5 at a jump ball call. And the Vikings get it right back. Let's see if the Missiles got another fourth quarter in like we saw the other night against Rochester. Parker now top. Works left, now to Marshall. Marshall's going to drive on the baseline. Goes up, blocked by Javen May as he sends it back. And Manuel will check in for Marshall.
Cameron Manuel enters for Tippecanoe Valley.
Parker inbound, looking up top. Cooksey got freed up, picks up his dribble, now goes to Manuel. He'll try a 3 off the bench. Hit the front of the rim, no good. Parker just save it, tipped around. Manuel's there to get it. Cooksey, he'll try a 3. Puts it in. The Vikings take the lead here in the early goings of the fourth quarter.
Valley shooting 5 of 12 behind the arc.
Knocked away by Parker, will stay right here. Wayne Reichert goes to inbound. Goes to Briles now. Briles goes through, fading away. Can't get the bounce. Rebound goes to Sheets. Johnson was trying to use that momentum to draw a charge. Down to Sheets in the baseline. Kick out to Cooksey. No look pass. Nice pass down there to Sheets. Good vision there good court vision there by Kyler Johnson. Saw him open down the low block. Pitney now driving around the corner. Throwing through, threw it hard enough, and Johnson couldn't corral it. Pitney now top the key. Reichert once in the lane, but Johnson knocks it away and takes it right back for the Vikings. Manuel now up the floor. A timeout for Coach Walls and his Tippecanoe Valley Vikings.
30-second timeout, Tippecanoe Valley.
An exciting ball game.
Very exciting.
You awake? You haven't talked for a while.
I'm awake.
She wants to go wave.
I guess.
No, I do not.
I don't know. Orion tried to demote her before the game started.
He did.
The night's still young. It's not over yet. There's still a chance you get demoted.
Nope.
Why?
I was here 20 minutes early, Andy.
Yeah, but we still need somebody demoted for tonight. We got to try
Grandpa.
out. We got to try out a new toy.
Oh, maybe get Rick.
Oh,
hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Light bulb.
There we go. He'll do that.
There we go. I'm sure if we ask, he'll do it.
Yeah, I'm sure he.
I'm gonna ask.
Yep.
Do it.
I got to run it first because we haven't even tried it yet.
It got the cold run this morning at work.
He's sitting there like, ooh, I get to enjoy the game. Put him on the sideline camera.
Get him a chair. I got those high chairs down there. Get him one of those. Parker now works. Fade away, jumper off the glass, off the mark, no good. Bryles there to get the rebound. Walls wanted that one bad. As his Vikings lead by 5 here. So Trojans go to work. To May. Workman looks to check in with those 4 fouls. Now goes to Reichert on the right side. So we'll be a little bit behind Bryles. Pitney for 3. Puts it in, cuts it to 2.
Jacob Pitney for 3.
Parker now up the floor. Sets his offense. Crossing over against Pitney. Goes to Manuel in the corner. Skip pass on over to Cooksey. Now to Manuel, he'll work. Feeds it down to Johnson. Johnson to Parker. Retreats back. Now goes to Manuel. Nice feed down to Sheets. He'll kick out. No look pass. Cooksey for 3. Can't get that one to go. Johnson boxes out, gets the rebound. The putback is good.
Tyler Johnson.
Gets him up to 8 points.
Pitney goes to Large on the near side. Now to Bryles in the corner. Bryles will drive. Spin move. Steps. Goes up. Throws it back away as he got tied up. Nice idea there by Bryles. He'll work in the lane. Gets it knocked away by Parker. Regains control. Good concentration by Bryles to try to finish, but Johnson comes away with the rebound. Tippecanoe Valley using all that clock. They lead by 4. Works the screen left now. Parker, ball fake to the right, fade away at the glass and good.
Nathan Parker.
That's just his first 2 points of the ballgame.
I'll tell you what, but defensively, he has really been a force on this floor here tonight.
Timeout, Triton. Their second timeout.
So both teams have 3 timeouts left. You missed it on the paper there, so just let you know.
You did it right away, Andy.
I just trying to beat you to it.
I just keeping up.
Don't worry, if you forget, I'll do it for you.
Okay.
See, the Bloomington connection has checked in. He's back from Louisville Farm Show.
Damn TV. Okay. Well,
watch your phone and your TV at the same time.
Well, there you go.
Depends on what part of your little dorm room you're in.
Oh, it just depends. Yeah, there you go. Of course, we'll have the varsity game following this one here tonight. But senior night in between, we'll have that coverage for you.
It's hard to believe. Season's winding down.
Season's winding. It felt like this. I'll tell you what, the boys' season felt like it just flew by.
Yeah.
When that started out.
Girls kind of too.
A lot of those did go by.
Getting the spurts of bunch of home games and a bunch of away games, and now back to a bunch of home games and
Bi-county in between.
Nice thing is sectional will be
at home.
At home.
Regional will be at home if we go that far. Well, we might as well be there for that one anyway. So Workman coming in after that timeout. Only substitution in between those two. Between those timeout. Workman will drive, stops, kicks out to Javen May. Workman out top the key. Works with the screen from Bryles. Bryles will spot for a deep 2 off the iron, no good. Riker trying to fight for it, can't quite get there. Cooksey with it. There goes to Parker.
Yeah, like I say, they're going to have to step out and get the ball countdown.
Yep, I got a kick balls. I didn't see Emma Hepler in the house. It wasn't quite an Emma Hepler kick. It was more like a stepped on. Pitney will check in for Caden Large.
Jacob Pitney enters for Triton.
Javen May will track him down. He's trying to work in that box and one defense. Valley patient, no look pass down to Sheets and up and in. Good offensive sets there for Sheets. There leads out to 8. Tippecanoe Valley starting to pull away a little bit. Workman speeding all the way through, feeds it to Briles. Briles goes up strong, can't get that one to go. Tipped around. Cooksey there to get the rebound. Coach Walls will put on the brakes. Off the leg of Javen May, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay. Oh, hold on a second here.
Yep.
Hold on a second here. Coach Wall's unhappy as it looked like it just went off the leg of Javen May.
Yeah. Both refs did not see it.
Caden Large enters for Triton.
Neither team quite getting calls tonight, or getting called for head-scratching calls. So timeout by the Vikings. Look at you getting competitive now.
You said you tried to beat me to it, so now I had to beat you to it.
We'll see. Got to have some competition. And Riker will check back in next after the timeout. So will Marshall.
Looks like one of the Florida crew members is in the air. Must be heading back home, but they're still watching. So
in the air even.
They're in the air. Must have paid for the video. Paid for the internet.
I guess. Wonder if the Florida Connection went to dinner tonight, because we usually call games on. We know they're going Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah, Taco Tuesday, and you got to go get shrimp on Friday. But yeah, we never heard the Saturday
I don't
menu.
I don't know where the Saturday menu's at.
I'd take some mayonnaise tonight.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
Mayonnaise, and then get
Mayonnaise
Sonny's takeout to take back for the next day.
Sonny's is so good, but you always have to wait so long at Mayonnaise. Unless you get reservations, but.
No, they don't take reservations.
Yeah,
Call
well,
ahead seating.
That.
Johnson down the corner. Goes to Manuel. On over to Marshall. Vikings patient with the ball. Good ball movement. And we'll get a foul call. That'll put Tippecanoe Valley in the bonus.
Fouls on number 20, Wayne Reichert. His third, team 7th.
Number 20,
you know, mayonnaise, cinnamon butter, and rolls is the best. It's the best.
I got to be patient. My big dinner's tomorrow.
Nathan Parker at the line.
So Parker has not been to the line tonight.
Free throws up, off the side iron, no good. Sheets with the rebound. Gets around, finds Parker in the corner. Inside a minute to go. Lead still at 8.
Yep.
And Workman will be done for the night.
Fouls on number 5, Dante Workman. That's his 5th.
Dante Workman, his 5th. Team's 8. Jamin May enters for Triton.
Yeah, Michelle will be happy she gets her once a year date.
Ooh. Where are you going?
Surprise.
Well, she knows where we're going. I made the reservations. She kind of already picked out where we were going. Second or first free throw, gets a roll.
You even let her pick?
Well, yeah, I gave her an option.
Oh.
Last year I surprised her, and that's where we're going right back to again.
Oh, gotcha.
I have to dress up. I refuse to wear a tie, though. I'll wear the jacket and I'll dress up and look fancy, but I ain't wearing no tie.
Why?
Not a tie person.
Okay.
Don't like it around my neck. Briles works right, goes to Riker on the right wing. Loses it on the way through, but nice job to try to track it back down. Large now goes to Briles. 30 seconds to go here. Leads to 10 for the Vikings. Briles leans into that one off the mark. Johnson with the rebound. That'll just about do it.
Fouls on number 20, Wayne Reichert at his fourth.
Number 20, Wayne Reichert, his fourth, team's ninth.
The Vikings closing out, having themselves quite a good fourth quarter, up 13 points. And
yeah, Trojan,
see what happens with these free throws.
Trojan just only got 3.
So all host of Vikings checking in. This first shot is live. That one on the way, drops. So you'll have Nate Ingstrand checking in. I believe Jarrett Duncan checking in. Also checking in is Tristan Reagan and DeAndre Hamilton. As Parker's second free throw drops, leads to 12. Hamilton knocks away, we'll get a foul call.
Fouls on number 40,
Foul number 40, DeAndre Hamilton, his first, team sixth.
Team sixth.
Blaine Sheets re-enters for
Parker will come off the floor, had himself a great night defensively. I mean, he's a force all over the place.
Ended up with 6 points.
Nice concentration by Briles to draw, and he'll have another and-one opportunity coming with 10.6 to go.
Foul number 42, Blaine
Fouls on number
Sheets,
42, Blaine Sheets, his fourth, team seventh.
Basket by Evan Briles, and he'll be at the line.
Getting closer and closer, touching the button.
Oh, have some extracurricular music played?
I guess. And Briles 3 for 3 on the night on N1 opportunities, but 5 for 5. Perfect on the night for him. And that'll do it as the Vikings are going to win here 42-33. And this one as we get ready for senior night.
If we can get things synced up pretty quick, we'll try to get the team stats. If not, if they start, might take them just a little bit, and already lost the scoreboard.
So as we get everybody all off the floor, and
looks like there's 15 seniors up there on the senior banners.
Do this quick. There we go. Team stats here. So we'll do it quick.
Cheerleaders, Brianna Feldman, daughter of Jeff and Lisa Feldman and Bobby Feldman. Caden Shepard, daughter of Josh and Stephanie Shepard.
See if it came back on its own.
Boys basketball, Braden Shepard, son of Sean and Julie Shepard.
The main one's being slow on. We'll just reset.
Landon Walters, son of Aaron and Darcy Walters. Damian Kohler, son of Eric and Tara Kohler. Dawson Perkins, son of Trisha Wilson and Austin Perkins. Managers, Mallory Bowers, daughter of Craig Bowers sophomores, and Jody Titus. Gavin Grossman, son of Matt Grossman and Amanda Carlson. Christian Garcia, son of Rafael and Angelita Garcia. Girls basketball, Mercedes Snap, daughter of Jeff and Mariah Snap. Manager, Ava Rich, daughter of Jason and Anna Rich. Now going to swimming, Maddie Woodward, daughter of James and Debbie Woodward. Peyton Potter, son of Roby and Kim Potter. Brandon Hoffman, son of Brent and Jessica Hoffman. Grady McGriff, son of Keith and Heather McGriff. Manager, Pilar Garcia. Host parents are Craig and Tricia Setterholm. Wrestling, Drake Montalongo, son of Jamie Montalongo. Brandon Hammer, son of Larry and Christine Hammer. Managers, Kaylee LaFollette, daughter of Shane and Lori LaFollette.
So far, no gender, no nothing.
Jade Collins, daughter of Brad Collins and Maria Vick. Let's give our seniors one more big hand. The Tippecanoe Valley Booster Club is presenting keepsake blankets to seniors. On behalf of the athletic department, we would like to thank these individuals and their parents for their time and effort in their contributions to Tippecanoe Valley High School.
Everything that moves fast. And of course.
Hey, Dr. Jenner, what do you remember most about playing high school sports?
Oh, I loved it. I made friends and have memories I'll treasure forever. But what mattered most were the life lessons I learned in the soccer field.
Life lessons. Which are your favorite?
Just being part of a team. You learn so many valuable skills: collaboration, communication, work ethic. These are just some of the lessons that have helped shape the person I am to this day. I'm Dr. Katie Jenner, Indiana Secretary of Education.
And I'm Paul Knighty, Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Join us in celebrating the 50th anniversary of Title IX and the opportunities it's provided female student athletes across this country, including here in Indiana.
Thanks to Title IX, generations of female student athletes have learned life lessons that will impact them for the rest of their lives.
And that is a legacy we're celebrating.
This is 50 years of Title IX. This is celebrating generations of female student athletes. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Carrie, you know how we like to say that high school sports are the purest form of amateur sports?
Pure spirit, pure sport. That's Indiana high school athletics.
Well, I learned something the other day that further proves that.
I'm interested. Tell me more, Chris.
Well, we all know what amateur means, but do you know the root of its meaning? It means for the love of.
Wow, you're right. That really does reinforce the idea that high school sports are the purest form of sport.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Assistant Commissioner Chris Kaufman.
And I'm Assistant Commissioner Carrie Rosati.
If you want to watch sports in their purest form, get a ticket and go support your high school sports teams.
Everyone there, from the players and coaches to the fans and officials, they're there simply for the love of the game.
Pure spirit.
Pure sport.
This is pure spirit. This is pure sport. This is your IHSAA.
It's hard to believe that in 1972, fewer than 300,000 girls played high school sports in the U.S.
It's true. Today, more than 3 million girls play high school sports, and it's all thanks to Title IX.
When Title IX passed 50 years ago, it created a level playing field for women and girls in high school athletic programs. I'm Sandra Walter, a proud Brookville Greyhound.
And I'm Carrie Rosati, a proud Roncalli Royal. We're both Assistant Commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
We're also former athletic directors, so we understand the impact that high school sports have on the lives of teenage girls.
And how Title IX has paved the way for generations of female student athletes across the country, including right here in Indiana.
Playing high school sports opens doors for girls on the playing field and beyond.
We're both living proof that when girls are given the chance to play, they're given the chance to thrive.
This is empowerment. This is opportunity. This is your IHSAA.
It's so good to have high school sports fans back in the stands this year, isn't it?
I couldn't agree more. We've missed their cheers, their energy, their spirit, and their support.
When you buy a ticket to high school athletic events, you're not only supporting your school's athletic department, you're also supporting your school's second classroom.
That's because the court, the gym, and the pool are where student athletes learn valuable life lessons that will guide them the rest of their lives.
From teamwork and time management to responsibility and respect, I'm Brian Lewis, a proud Jasper Wildcat.
And I'm Robert Falkins, a South Bend LaSalle Lion. We're both Assistant Commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
We're also both educators, so we know firsthand that high school sports aren't just about winning and losing. They're about learning and growing, too.
So, buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events and support the education of teens in your community.
This is supporting your school. This is supporting your community. This is your IHSAA.
Commissioner Neidig, can I have a quick word?
Of course, Governor. What can I do for you?
Well, I just want to say thank you.
For what, sir?
For your service.
Well, Governor, you're welcome, and you know that I'm incredibly passionate about what we do at the IHSAA.
Oh, I do, and I share your passion. Without the IHSAA, we'd be without something incredibly important to our state's culture and to me, the boys and girls basketball state tournaments.
Without Hoosier Hysteria, Indiana just wouldn't be Indiana, would it?
You're absolutely right, it wouldn't. And after all these years, I still can't seem to prepare myself for the excitement of the tournaments.
Governor, the only way you could prepare for Hoosier Hysteria is by getting your ticket.
Oh, you know I'll be the first in line.
The Indiana Boys and Girls High School Basketball Tournaments are presented by the Indiana Pacers and Indiana Fever.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Scoring for tonight's JV game, first of all for Triton. Dante Workman had 8. Caden Large with 2. Wayne Reichert had 2. Jacob Pitney had 6. And Evan Riles had 15. For Tippecanoe Valley, Cooper Walls had 5. Trent Marshall with 1. Nathan Parker had 6. Ian Cooksey had 9. Cameron Manuel with 3. Blaine Sheets had 6, Dylan Neese with 4, and Kyler Johnson with 8.
All right, welcome back, everyone, as we're getting ready for the varsity edition here of the Triton Trojans basketball here tonight. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside Anna McIntyre, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network. As the Trojans link up the Sled Dog team and head south to take on the neighboring Tippecanoe Valley Vikings here tonight at Rita Price Simpson Court. This is the 60th meeting all time between the two teams, dating back to the 1974-75 season as the Vikings hold the series lead 43 games to 16. Tippecanoe Valley is listed as the favorites here in this Saturday night matchup, and rightly so. This team has held their own against some quality opponents and just the other night played with a stellar team in Northwood. Chad Patrick has a talented group of seniors who have size, rebound the ball well, execute both their offensive and defensive sets, and make the most of their opportunities on the floor on the offensive attack. 3 players averaging in double figures on the season are Riley Shepard, Nolan Cumberland, and Tate Kaiser, with senior Dawson Perkins nearly averaging a double-double per game. This group will look to do what they do best and defend their home court. The Trojans have found their groove, are starting to find their groove and are battling through adversity. With this school being canceled the last couple of days, in order to keep this winning streak alive, they have to come in tonight as the underdog. The Trojans are a solid group. They're stepping up to the challenge and improving each game as this group is starting to find their groove at the right time. Jason Groves got his first win against Chad Patrick a season ago and looks to unleash his platoon of Trojans here tonight. You know, Kenny, we won't go to Anna first since she decided to show up late, even though she was here 20 minutes early. For you've been part of them, watch this team all year. Tonight, they're going to have their hands full. This is a big team.
Yeah, this has always been a tough Tippy Valley team for, like you said, what the record is. And also we have seen seems like when we've had these cancellations or a little bit of disruption in the schedule, Triton hasn't been able to capitalize and get any extra time or anything like that to get prepared for a game. But you hope with just a day later and not having to have Argus earlier in the week, you'll be more prepared for this game tonight.
And Anna, I mean, you're one of those kids. You've seen these guys. You know, no school the last couple of days. It's going to be hard for both teams because both teams were canceled. If you're these guys, what kind of things what do you think we're going to see coming out of the gate?
Well, I want to see motivation, but also like getting those closeout defensive, like closing out on those shots, I think is going to be important because as we saw in the JV game, they can shoot from about anywhere on the court. And this varsity team, I think, is going to come out even better than the JV team, obviously. So I think we're going to have to pick up on those shooters quick and close them out.
You know, Tippecanoe Valley plays extremely well at home. This is a team that, you know, and like I said, they played some very tough teams this season, and they've held with them, you know. And I mean, this is a group, yeah, they lost 2 to Argus, but you see them pick it up. I mean, Glenn, they kind of held with them, only losing that game by 8. And then the other night against Northwood, I mean, losing that game to 10, where Triton couldn't quite keep up with that 10-point with Northwood. Northwood beat them 69-43 earlier in the season. But you look at these two teams and look at kind of how she loves the thing. The big thing is size. Mm-hmm. You know, Triton played extremely well against some size, and you saw in Rochester the other night. And I think tonight they're going to have to kind of get back to that same way of playing defense.
Yeah.
So Triton, like we said, they averaged, I mean, a team coming in averaging about 54 points a game defensively allowing, but since they've changed that, they've been running that box and one, they've gotten a lot better as the season went on.
Yeah, they did showing out their defense in there. They've worked that great with Trinity, and so they got that in their back pocket that they have used that, so they could throw that in if they have to. But the biggest thing is Trinity didn't attack the basket, so they was able to pull the guys up on the top of the key, but then they turn around and use that against LaVille, and LaVille pretty much, hey, they're going to work up top, lob it underneath, and have an easy basket. So you got to off that trade to make sure you don't leave that open underneath.
And communication is going to be huge for these guys. I think beyond the floor night, you got to be talking. You got to imagine Tippecanoe Valley's going to come out firing here in this. This is their home court. They play extremely well here, so they're going to come out firing. But Triton needs to do the same way and match them speed for speed.
And being senior night for Valley, a lot of seniors here this last time to be on this court.
So that being said, up next, 2 high IQ, well-coached seasoned teams are set to do battle. Who gets hot in the aftermath of a winter storm? The heat gets turned up next, right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Association, welcome to Tippecanoe Valley High School. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Abusive language and disorderly conduct is unacceptable and not welcome at IHSAA events. Concessions are available in the cafeteria and restrooms are located in the commons. There are no pass-outs. Tippecanoe Valley is a non-smoking and tobacco-free campus. Please refrain from the use of these products on the Tippecanoe Valley school grounds. For yours, our officials, and athletes' safety, we ask fans to be in their seats when the game is in progress. All fans need to stay off the main floor. Please dispose of pop containers in the trash. Athletic trainer for tonight's games are courtesy of the Orthopedic Hospital of Fort Wayne and Optimum Performance Sports. I would like to ask everyone who is able to please stand as our Viking Guard, under the direction of Miss Janelle Reiner, honors America with our national anthem. For tonight's varsity contest between the Trojans of Triton High School and our own Tippecanoe Valley Vikings. At this time, I'd like to introduce the starting lineups. First of all, for Triton. Starting at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 5, Cole McKinney. Starting at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 10, Ashton Obiato. Starting at guard, a 5'11" senior, number 24, Tyson Yates. Starting at forward, a 6'2" sophomore, number 20, Cole Shively. And starting at forward, a 6'2" senior, number 22, Bruce Johnson. The Trojans are coached by Mr. Jason Groves and assisted by Blake Shorey.
back to starting lineups out there for both teams. Anna, who we got?
For the Vikings, we have number 1, Braden Shepard. Number 2, Landon Walters. Number 3, Damian Kohler. Number 13, Dawson Perkins. And number 23, Ty Kaiser. And for the Trojans, we have number 5, Cole McKinney. Number 10, Ashton Oviedo. Number 20, Cole Shively. 22, Bruce Johnson. And number 24, Tyson Yates.
So Perkins and Shively get ready to tip things up. Perkins in that 6'7" frame, the senior, gets ready to go square off against Cole Shively. Shively sizing him up. Final instructions from the official. Ball's up and we're underway here at Rita Price Simpson Court as the Vikings will control the tip. Shepard now up the floor. Yates going to meet him. Walters goes on over. Feeding down to Perkins, the big man. Backing down. Throwing it over here to Walters. Now on to Kaiser. Back to Shepard. Kaiser calls for it. Now down to Perkins. Perkins backing down, kick out. Shepard thought about it, but pulls it back. Yates trying to get that one knocked as Shepard hits the floor. Yates jumps around, takes it away. Him and Shepard going to track all the way down. Yates goes up and puts it in. Tyson Yates.
Tyson Yates.
Got a feeling he's going to have to do a lot of that tonight. Just get those steals and get back and get a shot.
Deep three for Kaiser. Off the mark, no good. Rebound knocked away. We'll get a foul on the rebound.
Foul's on number 13, Dawson Perkins. That's his first, team's first.
Tyson Yates is allowed 2 points to start off the ball game. These players no stranger to one another as Tate Kaiser tries to do the same thing, but it goes out of bounds. Chad Patrick wanting an explanation. Shively to inbound. Out back to Tyson Yates now as he'll bring it up. Goes to Oviedo on the right wing. On top to McKinney. Leaves it for Yates top. Yates will drive. Sees a lane up over top of Perkins. Can't get down as Kohler gets the rebound. Kaiser up top. That one goes out of bounds. It's a turnover for the Vikings. Coach Groves calling out his offense. Yates now brings it up. Goes to Shively, back door's closed. On top to Oviedo. Oviedo trying to lose. Kaiser. Oviedo kick out in the corner to Shively. Shively sees the baseline. He goes up strong, draws the contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on number 23, Tate Kaiser. That's his first, team's second.
Now Cole Shively will go to the line. Off the mark on his first one. And Nolan Cumberland will check in now. He'll come in for Landon Walters.
Cumberland enters for Tippecanoe Valley.
Shively off the mark on his second. Empty trip for the Trojans. Cumberland will bring up the ball, following the rebound. Goes to Kaiser. Goes to Kohler on the left side. Now to Cumberland. Kaiser with the jab step, gets himself freed up. Now goes to Shepard. Down to Perkins in the corner. He'll back down, gets tied up, and we'll get a foul. Oh, we're going to call a travel on the Vikings.
I got that down as a third turnover here for Tippy Valley.
But I like the move of sending Shively and McKinney to kind of double up on him as soon as he gets the ball.
Yeah, he don't have a chance to do a lot of work.
Yates now goes to Oviedo. Oviedo spinning away. Nice defense by Kaiser. Tries to feed it to Yates. Yates goes up and gets the shot to drop somehow.
Oviedo got that ball to weave right through there.
Shepard splits, but Bruce Johnson knocks it away. Oviedo up the floor. Oviedo now back to the corner. To Shively with the jab step. Oviedo drives, sees a lane, kicks out to Johnson in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Can't get that one to go. And Kohler gets the rebound for the Vikings. Kaiser now up the floor. He'll drive, will get a foul call on the Trojans.
Fouls on number 22, Bruce Johnson. That's his team's first.
And for him to take that three-pointer, he only had just a small window to get that off because that defender was on his way out.
Landon Walters re-enters for Tippecanoe Valley.
So Landon Walters back in. Kaiser patient finds Cumberland, and the Vikings are back on the board.
Cumberland.
Yates up the floor to Johnson on the left wing. Back to McKinney. Kaiser defending Oviedo well. Oviedo trying to get freed up. Shively will drive baseline, puts on the brakes, and we'll get a travel call.
A little stutter step coming to a stop.
And the Vikings take back over. Goes to Shepard on the left wing. Shepard sees a window, picks up his dribble, now leans into that one. Can't tie it up on that one, knocked away, and here comes Cole McKinney with the rebound. Up the floor, and Johnson there to take it back. He'll step into a transition three, puts it in. Big shot, Bruce Johnson gets that one to go.
Johnson for three.
Up to Cumberland. Cumberland goes in the corner. Walters with the up fake. Feeds it back from the baseline. Cumberland's there to get it. Nolan jumper in the lane is up and gets the roll.
Nolan Cumberland.
Yates now top the key. Goes to Johnson on the left wing. Leaves it for McKinney. McKinney will try a three. Puts it in. Cole McKinney from straight away.
Trojans 2 of 3 from behind the arc.
Now to Shepard. Shepard tipped away by McKinney. Another big play. Up Oviedo, up to Shively. Tracking it down. Goes up and in. And a timeout for Chad Patrick as the Trojans turning defense into offense and gets their lead pushed up to 6 here as our timeout goes.
Their first timeout.
We talked to Anna. This team's going to have to come out on a mission, and they have here in this first quarter.
Yep. It seems like they're almost like on fire right now, but they need to keep their foot on the gas, like you always say, and not let Tippy Valley have that shift of motivation to be able to pull out a win on this.
The other side of it is not to get too far ahead and then get that complacent and let Valley get back into this.
Because Valley's a team that can fairly well. They're not going to go away. Yeah, they're down, but watch Chad Patrick is going to get his team fired up before they come back in after this full timeout. Coach Groves, this team's doing well. Caden Graham's going to check back in, but they got to keep that intensity, keep jumping, watch those loose balls. They got to be smart underneath.
Yeah, and getting those rebounds. And I think one thing I want to see more from the Trojans is following their shots. Yes, they get a lot of defensive rebounds, but I think if they followed their shots, they could get even more offensive rebounds and get those shots up.
So checking in for the Vikings with number 14, Dominic Welk. He'll be out there with Perkins, Shepard, Cumberland, and Kaiser. As Oviedo, Caden Graham, Cole McKinney, Tyson Yates, and Cole Shiley all out there for the Trojans. Oviedo's going to pick up Kaiser before the half-court line. And here comes Graham to trap him. Up to Perkins. Big man goes up and puts it in.
Dawson Perkins.
Up the floor. Caden Graham catches, kicks out. Oviedo, three-pointer on the way. Puts it in! Caden Graham with the assist.
Ashton Oviedo for 2.
They call it 2?
Yeah, we got 3 on the scoreboard.
Cumberland on the right wing. He'll drive. Kicks out to Perkins. Leaves it for Shepard. Welk with it now. Patient hands it off, sets the screen. Kaiser, nice job by Oviedo to get a hand up. Cumberland on the left wing. Works with the screen. Pull-up jumper, no, or rather he'll dump it off to Perkins, who drives through. And a charge as Cole Shively got planted and used Perkins' momentum to draw the charge.
Valley foul
Fouls on number 13, Dawson Perkins. That's his second, team's third.
So yeah, big man getting 2 fouls already.
The 26th charge taken by these Trojans here this season. Now to Oviedo. It's him and Yates will skip it back and forth. Now to McKinney. Back to Oviedo. Goes to Shively. Shively down the high post, trying to split the defenders. Loses it, regains control, knocked away by Kaiser, throwing it back in, but he'll step out. It'll stay right here with the Trojans. Cumberland must have got popped in the face as he got a plug there in his left nose.
In his left nose?
His left nostril, excuse me. McKinney now goes to Oviedo. Deep three. Back iron no good. Cumberland with the rebound. Cumberland works with the screen from Perkins. Goes to Kaiser. We got a foul call on the Trojans.
Fouls on number 10, Ashton Oviedo. That's his first, team's second.
Now bringing Landon Walters and Bruce Johnson will check in. As will Chandler Westever. Here comes the three-player swinging for Coach Groves as Connor Large will also check in. Kaiser to inbound, scanning the floor. Goes up to Walters. Now to Cumberland, back in the corner to Kaiser. Yates stuck to him. Cumberland works the screen from Welk. Shepard drives hard, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Can't get the roll. Caden Graham's there to get the rebound. Yates now off the floor. Yates will drive, stops. Goes to Connor Large, baseline jumper, puts it in, Connor Large.
Connor Large.
To Kaiser, on over to Cumberland. On top to Welk. Welk will drive, kicks out to Walters. Kaiser drives, spin move. Connor Large is there to disrupt it. He'll go up and gets the roll. Nice job by Tate Kaiser. Inside a minute to go. Yates now calling out the play. Gonna be patient here. Now to Graham. Goes to Westaver. So Walters is going to start the countdown. "15 seconds. Westward directing traffic. Hands off to Johnson. To Large. Now to Yates, top the key. 5 seconds. Yates stop and go in the corner. Caden Graham for three. Puts it in at the buzzer. And the Trojans take a 20-8 advantage into the second quarter.
Into the first quarter. Triton
Wow,
20,
talk about come out with
Tippecanoe.
your foot on the gas.
Yeah, and just
They have to keep it, though.
Yep, keep it up. Been good ball movement, getting that ball worked around, not just throwing something up, but getting it working and making it work. Go. Just fix the scoreboard again.
Tippecanoe Valley, look for them to get some adjustments because they're getting a lot of nice plays, a lot of good ball movement. They just got to find a way to execute. What do you think up there, Ryan? Since Diana's asleep.
Sorry, I was distracted.
I'm trying to remember the last time we came in here and was ahead by this much in the first quarter, but I won't say any more than that.
You got the mute button already.
It's already there.
I do have a funny story. You want me to tell it now?
Well, yeah, you might as well go ahead. You got time.
Okay. So my grandpa told me this one time, that when Akron and Mentone were starting to consolidate, that it was the Akron Flyers and the Mentone Bulldogs. They were considering naming them the Actone Bullflies.
I like that. That's very fitting. That's very fitting. However, I like that.
You'll have to tell Kevin.
The Actone Bullflies. Well,
There's the Flyers and the Bulldogs.
There's a lot of cattle raised down here. I think that fits really well. I like that. Cooper Walls will check in. Runner from Oviedo, and Triton continues to be on fire. Also checking in was Dylan Neese, number 32. As Kaiser brings up the floor.
He told me to say that, by the way.
I like it. Knocked away from Oviedo. Up the floor, here comes Neese. Oviedo draws the contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, we're fighting some internet issues tonight.
Yeah, it's been great, and then it's been dropping.
Appreciate your patience.
Yeah, we do know it kind of dropped there at the start of this senior night.
Oviedo will miss on his first attempt. Averages just under 90% per game, 32 of 36 coming into tonight. Second one drops.
First made free throw for the Trojans, 1 of 4 right now. Tip Valley has not been to the line yet this evening.
Kaiser goes to Walls on the right wing. He'll drive, step back. Goes to Welk. Cumberland will go to Walls for three, and he answers back.
Cooper Walls for three.
We saw him do that during the JV contest where the Vikings were victorious earlier. Oviedo calling it out. Graham comes up top. Walls will stick to him. Now to Westaver. In the corner, now to Johnson. Johnson cross court to Graham. And while travels, he'll stutter his feet as Cumberland threw him off. And here comes the three-player swing for Coach Groves and Shively, McKinney, and Tyson Yates.
I feel like there's rarely ever only one player going in.
I love when he does that, though.
It kind of throws everybody off.
Well, but also those three work good together, and probably the other three really work together, complement each other, so just throw them all in at one shot.
It's just like hockey. I love it. Get a good line out there and run with it. Cumberland from three. Back iron, but can't get the bounce. Yates is there for the rebound. Yates up to McKinney. Now to Johnson. To Yates. Johnson calls it back. He'll try a three. Puts it in. Bruce Johnson with his second three-pointer to drop.
Bruce Johnson for three.
Kaiser scanning the floor. Goes to Walls here on the near side. Goes to Welk. Now to Kaiser. Cumberland calling for on the left side. Down to Neese. Cumberland trapped in the corner, finds Walls. Quick pass down, and McKinney's there to knock it away. Now to Shively. And Johnson sets the offense, but he'll try a three. In and out. Kaiser goes to Walls. Walls will drive. Drives, kicked out to Kaiser. Kaiser works with the screen. The lefty will try a three. In and out. Neese with the rebound, goes back up with it, can't get the putback to go, and Johnson gets the rebound. Johnson leads it for Yates. Zone defense by the Vikings. This Walls is going to try to come out and force Oviedo. Trying to thread the needle, and Neese is there to take it away. Kaiser works with the screen. Three-pointer on the way. Can't get that one in and out. Rebound to Bruce Johnson. Johnson drives. Kick out to Yates. Yates will go baseline. Throwing it back in. Throws it away. Oviedo with the runner in the lane. Off the iron, no good. Gets his own rebound. Kicks out to Johnson. Johnson will drive. Goes with the runner now. Up off the glass, no good. Tipped away. And here comes Cooper Walls to get the rebound. Cumberland, pull-up jumper, off in transition, no good. Welk comes in, knocks it out of bounds, and the Trojans take back over.
You know, one thing, when Bruce shot that three, nobody was inside the arc. And it would help if somebody would go after those shots and get those offensive rebounds.
I don't know, he might be showing some faith in Bruce all by himself.
I mean, Yes, but always have a backup plan.
McKinney now past the half-court line as Perkins and Shepard should both check back in. Now to McKinney on the free throw line. To Johnson in the corner. McKinney on the left wing. Halfway point here in the second quarter.
Bruce is calling for it, clear cross court.
Oviedo back to Shively, step back three on the way. Off the iron, no good. Shepard with the rebound. He's going to accelerate. 1-on-2 fast break. He'll get fouled. And he'll go to the line for two. As they'll see their first trip to the free throw line.
Fouls on number 22, Bruce Johnson. That's his second. Team's
Bruce
third.
Johnson, his second. Team's third. Braden Shepard in line for the Vikings.
Shepard, an 84% free throw shooter, has only missed four free throws coming into tonight's game, according to Max Preps. And I just jinxed him, didn't I?
Yep, you made.
Sorry, Braden. Maybe I shouldn't be looking for stats anymore.
Probably not.
That depends.
Second one on the way, drops. Nice defense set by the Vikings. Shively's going to drive, goes up, loses on the way through, somehow gets it back, loses it through his legs. Oviedo trying to sit down to get a hold of that one. We'll get a jump ball call. As McKinney almost picked up Cumberland off the floor, and the Vikings take it back. It's McKinney telling his team need to relax.
Yeah, I think they got panicked a little bit when they put that full court in. They noticed there was 4 white shirts all around the center of court. So if the guys could have broke around them, could have got a better breakaway to the basket.
I like the ownership by McKinney to step up and be that voice. As welcome top of the key as McKinney's almost daring him to shoot the three. Shepard, he'll try one. Too strong off the far iron. Well, Caden Graham reaches up and steals it away. Up to Yates. Yates puts on the brakes and he'll have to retreat back to Oviedo. Oviedo drives. Well, I think we're going to foul call.
As soon as Caden touched that ball over here, Groves was trying to almost call timeout.
Finally, foul number 12, Nolan Cumberland, his first, team's fifth.
Now to Graham, hands off to Yates. Yates to Shive in the corner. Now to Graham. Triton working in the corner. Now to Oviedo. McKinney, now to Yates. Georgia's moving the ball well. Oviedo sees a look from beyond the arc, puts it in!
Triton shoots 60%, 6 of 10 behind the arc.
As Perkins was running him down. Cumberland now works with the screen. On to Kaiser, three-pointer from the lefty, puts it in.
Tate Kaiser for three.
That's just Valley's second three-point to drop at 7 attempts.
Yates now, back to Oviedo. Shively with the up fake. Shepard tries to knock it away. Oh, Yates is there to get it. He'll drive in the paint, tries to feed it through, but it goes off of Tippecanoe Valley, and they'll stay right here with the Trojans. And Patrick trying to direct his defense. Not happy with how they're executing. Graham goes up strong off the glass. Bank is closed. Rebound to Cumberland. Cumberland up the floor. Waits for the rest of the team to get down there as he goes to Kaiser. Cumberland, he'll try a three. Back to back, in they go, and off the mark, no good. Put back by Shepard's up as McKinney hit the deck hard. Perkins with the rebound, he'll get fouled. As I heard Cole McKinney hit the floor all the way up here.
Yeah, I heard that too. Fouls on number 5, Cole McKinney. That's his first, team's fourth.
McKinney, his first, team's fourth. Dawson Perkins at the line, shooting 2.
So Perkins now the second Viking to go to the line here tonight. Gets that first one to go. Second one on the way. Perfect on that trip. Lead cut to 12. Now to Oviedo. Back to McKinney. Up to Graham. McKinney now patient. Zone defense by the Vikings. Final minute nearing here of the second quarter. Groves directing his offense. Hands off to Shiley, now to Graham. Back to McKinney, into the corner. Oviedo for three. And him out. Gets his own rebound. Kick out, Shively, he'll try a three. And Tippecanoe Valley comes away with the rebound. 47 seconds to go. Now to Kaiser. Takes a look at the clock. He'll drive. Spin move. Leans into that one, up and in.
Tate Kaiser.
Gets him up to 7 points.
25 seconds to go. Tippecanoe Valley backs off from their pressure defense. Settling back into the zone. Now they're going to change it up. Welk not happy with that.
Fouls on number 14, Dominic Welk. That's his first, team sixth. I was waiting until you were done talking, Andy.
I was done. I was just waiting for you.
Sure you were done.
And Johnson will check in for Caden Gramps with the starting fives out there for the Trojans. So Yates now brings it up. 10 seconds. Works to the screen right. Now to Johnson. Oviedo with the up fake. He'll drive with the runner up and gets the bounce. 2 seconds. Shepard, full court heave on the way. Short of the mark. It looked, it was straight enough, just not quite long enough. And we'll go into halftime, but the Trojans leading 31-19.
Get synced up here.
So Trojans both teams putting up 11 points in that second quarter.
Yep, they were pretty tied there. So, but yeah, the Valley who was come back. I don't remember, it was like 9-5 or so, and then end up 11-11 scoring for this second stanza.
The JV fell earlier tonight by a score of 42-33. It was a tight game as they got tied up at the third quarter, and then Tippecanoe Valley pulled away as the game went on.
Valley band members for their excellence in music.
And
Abigail Belials, Anaí Ramirez Brito, and Mateo
to
Salazar were chosen by
continues to try. I'll just go ahead and read it off here. Oviedo leading the way with the Trojans with 11 points. 6 points there for Bruce Johnson, 4 for Yates, 3 apiece for McKinney and Caden Graham, and 2 points for Cole Shively as the team shooting 54% from the floor and 50% from beyond the arc, 25% from the free throw line. Tippecanoe Valley leading the way for them with 7 points is Tate Kaiser, 4 points apiece for Cumberland and Dawson Perkins, 3 for Cooper Walls, and 1 for Braden Shepard. The team shooting 38% from inside from the floor, 5 of 10 from inside the arc, 25% from beyond the arc, and they're shooting a 3 of 4 for 75% from the free throw line. Largest lead of the ball game was 17 points as the Trojans were up 29-12. Longest run for Tippecanoe Valley was 7-0 as Triton went on a 10-2 run. No lead changes, no ties as we're headed into halftime. So we'll take a break and be back here after halftime right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
This is the Commissioner's Corner, and I'm Brendan King, and for the Coach Bob Lovell, joined alongside the Commissioner of the IHSAA, that is Paul Neidig. Paul, great to catch up with you as always, my friend, and we catch you on a pretty busy weekend around the state.
It's a good time when we have multiple things going on, students being able to showcase their skills, especially in the state tournament level. But we have teams rolling in Indianapolis here this weekend for a wrestling state championship meet, and boy, it is a dandy. It's we start Friday and finish up Saturday night, and we're going to crown some state champions.
Paul, I remember talking with you and Coach Lovell on the year-end special on Indiana Sports Talk about the wrestling state championships at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, just the uniqueness of what that brings and the crowds, and it's just so different compared to anything else that we do.
It is. And, you think about it. We have 407 member schools. In this wrestling tournament, we have over 100 schools represented with kids that have participated all year long. So you have multiple areas of the state being represented at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, and then you throw in, this is it. They get to Friday night, and they've worked hard all year long. This is the final weekend of the season, and you've got to win that one match on Friday to be able to go on and wrestle in the medal rounds on Saturday. And there's a lot of emotion involved, a lot of excitement. Half the field season will continue into Saturday, half the field season will be over, but it's still a successful year for those kids.
Paul Neidig's with us on the Commissioner's Corner. Paul, also semi-state weekend in the girls basketball state tournament. Some great teams competing, but I want to point to Class 3A, Paul, where last year we got a state championship game between South Bend, Washington, and Silver Creek. Silver Creek, of course, championships in boys and girls basketball in the same year, only the third school to ever do that. But you have potentially, you can get a rematch from last season. Crown Point in Class 4A also trying to get back there, but this is always a fun weekend in semi-state.
It is. It's the pilgrimage begins, as I always call this time of the year. These communities have these kids, and they got their schools, and now they're going to venture across this state into some of our great basketball venues. They got to play one game, and that game is to be able to go play at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, home of Pacers and the Fever, the next week. And, it's incredible matchups. If we have a rematch between South Bend, Washington and Silver Creek, I know South Bend, Washington's been looking forward to a possible rematch for 365 days as we walk into next weekend. So it'll be great basketball, as it always is.
Paul, as you alluded to, the venues around the state, and I know with fans being back in attendance, you go to games all the time and you're bouncing between places and trying to catch as many things as possible. But just with the fan support and I guess the passion for high school sports coming back from COVID, again, as we discussed on New Year's Eve, what have you seen from the turnout and just what folks have been saying about getting back to these great venues?
Well, fans have returned. The fans have returned, and then some. We've always had great support in the state of Indiana of our high school athletics, community-based schools and education-based athletics. But, I think people, when you take something away, when something leaves us for a while, then we start understanding how important it was to us. And I think that's what we're experiencing this year. We had incredible numbers through the fall, and we've had a lot of interest in tickets for every level of the state tournament so far this winter. Wrestling, we're going to have a full house this weekend. But girls basketball, they're going to come out in groves, and it'll be a rocking place at Gamebridge come next Saturday.
Paul, and March 26th is going to be here before you know it as well, Gamebridge Fieldhouse for the boys' state finals.
It is, and boy, what a wide open tournament.
Oh, man.
I study those brackets and I look at who's still playing, and there are multiple teams in every class that have a legitimate shot to play at Gamebridge. And, I don't remember a year where I felt the tournament is more wide open than this upcoming year. And that means nothing more than we're going to have a great tournament. There's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of games that people come out for and look forward to. And I think Hoosier hysteria is going to certainly show up in force as we march through the boys tournament.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
All right, welcome back, everyone. As Triton leads here 31-19. Andy O'Hara alongside Anna McIntyre, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network. As we want to thank the Tippecanoe Valley High School Athletic Department for setting us up well. So, Anna, one thing that what stuck out to you there in that first half from Triton?
From Triton, I think we were shooting pretty well from beyond the arc and within, like getting those steals and then getting those layups, and I think that's working very well in our favor tonight. But our defense, I think, need to close out a little more. I mean, on the stats, it does show our defense is doing well, but I think closing out even more can get them less shot opportunities.
I think they need to continue and keep that tempo up as far as everything that they're doing. I don't know.
Getting interrupted.
I have no idea what that was all about.
Me neither.
Okay.
Anyways, back to what we were saying.
So, like I said, but the Trojans 16 defensive stops, and for both teams, a combined 38 points of the 50 points put up there in that first half. I mean, coming from inside the arc, but I think you're trying. You got to keep your intensity up and keep fighting hard. I mean, this tough group just need to keep it up.
Yeah, and I think don't back down, because they do have some really tall guys, but so do we. And I think we can really play against them and pull out a win.
The Tippecanoe Valley, a very tough team, so look for them to get some adjustments here coming out of the half-time locker room. Johnson now in the corner, now into Oviedo. To McKinney on the right wing. Now to Yates on the left side. Now down to Shively. Yates with it. Goes to Oviedo.
Oh, Bruce is down.
Johnson's down.
Ooh, that's not good.
So we're trying to watch. He hit the deck pretty hard. I don't know. He just kind of fell under his own power.
I don't know if I can catch it. Might be able to catch a little bit here.
I think he was just.
Might have rolled his foot, maybe.
Yeah, he was just on his own, standing still. I think he went to cut towards the basket and just fell.
So Bruce is okay. It's Caden Granville checking for him. Shiva through the hands of him, and there's Cumberland to catch the pass. Cumberland out the floor. Goes to Shepard, he'll drive. Kicks out to Welt. Now to Cumberland. Kaiser down the left wing. Down to Perkins. Perkins to Cumberland. Cumberland will drive. Goes up strong to the left hand, sees an open lane, and the Vikings strike first here in the second half.
Man, the smell of this pizza is really getting to me, Andy.
Now you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to man up now.
I thought it smelled like beef jerky.
Beef jerky?
Oh, wow. Graham down the corner, three-pointer on the way. He'll draw the foul, and he'll go to the line for three.
Foul's on number one. Braden Shepard, that's his first, team's first.
So Caden Graham has not been to the line yet tonight. Triton just 1 of 4 as a team.
Connects on the first one. As Johnson heads to the locker room. Second one off the mark. Graham 1 for 3 on that trip. I think, but tonight we've seen 3 fouls when a person's attempting a three-point shot.
Yes.
2 in the JV game and 1 here in the varsity game.
That's crazy.
Kaiser now knocked away from Oviedo. Kaiser's going to track him. Oviedo down to McKinney, but Shepard's there to intercept it. Nice job by Shepard to read where the ball was going and shut it off. Up the floor now to Cumberland. Cumberland drives up and in. And a timeout for Coach Groves.
Yeah, I got a feeling the Valley just knew to come out here and just start pushing and start really attacking the ball at the basket. They just didn't do that first time.
You know, coming out of that 4-1 run, you know, you see a different energy from the Vikings coming out of the locker room versus the Trojans, just kind of coming out just a little bit stale out of that halftime locker room.
Yeah, and with Johnson going out, you just a little kind of threw your momentum off and now a little bit with teammate not being out here right now.
So we'll see what they can adjust well as Coach Groves trying to refocus in his guys. I mean, they're fine. They just need to Continue to play like they were in that first half. They got to keep their foot on the gas. But Tippecanoe Valley, give them some props. Coming out and playing hard. And like you said, Braden Shepard intercepting that pass, going right back down the floor with it. These Vikings are coming out playing hard here in the second half.
Yep, they're green on that ball.
Orion, where have you been?
I can see it with my own eyes, but I'm zooming in for everybody else.
Oh.
So Graham will get it now on the right side. On top to McKinney. Oviedo with it. Now to Graham on the left wing. McKinney trying to stay with it, but Tippecanoe Valley forcing another turnover. Another defensive stop for them. The Kaiser. Now to Perkins in the corner. Ball fake from the big man. Knocked away by Caden Graham, and it'll go out of bounds, and it'll stay right here with Tippecanoe Valley.
You keeping timeouts because I almost forgot to do that one for Triton. Should be 4 and 4.
Yep. I made Anna do it. She's been demoted.
Andy. Oh, what is going on over there? Crowd surfing.
Cumberland now with it. Works on the right side, goes to Welk at the free throw line. Cumberland drives, uses that screen. Shepard now on the left wing. Now to Cumberland, or Kaiser here on the near side. Cumberland calls for it. Down to Perkins, big man. To Shepard, three-pointer from the corner. Puts it in.
Braden Shepard for 3.
The Vikings 7 points coming out of that locker room. Oviedo spins out of trouble. Back to Yates. Down to Shively. Finds McKinney up off the glass and good for Cole McKinney on the feed from Cole Shively. Cumberland on the left wing. Back on top to Kaiser. We got a foul call on the Trojans.
Fouls on number 10, Ashton Oviedo.
It's
his second, team's first.
His second, team's first.
Kaiser across the court to Welk. Goes to Cumberland on the left side. Kaiser with the head fake. Puts on the brakes. Goes to Cumberland. Patient is this Vikings offense. Kaiser trying to lose Graham, goes all the way through, draws the foul on him. All they're going to say before the shot, no shot.
Yeah, put it back there by the free throw line.
Fouls on number 5, Cole McKinney. His second, team's second.
Number 5, Cole McKinney.
Not who I was thinking he's getting ready to call it on.
Now to Shepard. Goes to Welk. These are for Cumberland, who drives through. We're getting, I said before the shot, get a few Trojans, I believe, reaching in. And here comes Bruce Johnson.
Fouls on number 12, Caden Graham. That's his first, team's third.
Strike foul on number 12, Caden Graham. His first, team's third.
McKinney tries to draw a charge, blocked by Graham. Cumberland gets it right back and puts it up and in.
Nolan Cumberland.
And that lead cut to 8. Just 6, excuse me.
Man, you really need that Andy math button, don't you?
He looked before I clicked.
Oh.
Yates goes baseline, blocked by Perkins, but a foul call, and he'll go to the line for 2. Perkins in disbelief.
Fouls on number 13. Dawson Perkins, that's his
Foul
third.
number 13, Dawson Perkins,
Team
his
second.
third, team second. Tyson Yates at the line.
Patrick letting his opinion known to the official. Yates is good. Connor Large will check in for Caden Graham.
Connor Large enters for Triton.
In and out for Tyson Yates. Kaiser top to key. Leads it for Cumberland. Cumberland spinning away, don't in the paint, but McKinney knocks it away. Shively there to get it. Up to McKinney. McKinney up, and they'll say he drew the foul.
Fouls on number 23.
Tate Kaiser, his third, team's third. Cole McKinney at the line.
So second Valley player with 3 fouls. And Cole McKinney has not been to the line yet tonight. His team just shooting 3 of 9.
McKinney off the front iron, short of the mark. It's Triton, abysmal, 3 of 10 from the line.
Doing good for 2-point and 3-point, but the free throw tonight's just not working for him.
And McKinney can't get the friendly bounce, an empty trip. Kaiser now top the key. Pull-up jumper from straight away, off the mark, no good. Knocked around, Oviedo punches it to Cole Shively. Knocked away from Kaiser. Attacking down the other side, spin move up, nice move from Tate Kaiser. And a timeout for the Vikings.
30-second timeout, Tippecanoe Valley, their second timeout.
And what once was a double-digit lead now dwindled to 5 as the Vikings going on an 11-4 run here in this third quarter. So Coach Gross trying to get his guys focused back into what they're doing. Bruce Johnson still trying to stretch out.
So I was looking to see, he was kind of bouncing up and down, seeing whether he can get stretched out, whether it's ankle or whether it's his knee.
February 25th, the boys basketball team will be at Wawasee, starting at 6:15.
So lineups unchanged for both teams.
I'll put that scroll at the bottom just to remind viewers for postseason, where you can view the sectional. Be there on the IHSAA network.
Of course, the draw is tomorrow.
5 o'clock, I think, is when that starts. So usually nice being the 1A. We're one of the first ones they draw out.
Connor Large can't quite corral it, and Shepard comes away with his Trojans another turnover. Cumberland up and in, leads now down to 3.
Cumberland!
The Vikings on the attack. Bruce Johnson back in. McKinney down the right wing. Now to Oviedo, now down to Shively, back to McKinney. Short corner jumper on the way, puts it in.
Cole McKinney.
Shepard now top the key. Goes to Kaiser. Perkins now down the low block. Looks for Cumberland, 3-pointer. Off the mark, rebound Oviedo. Over to McKinney. Well, trying to knock it away. Oviedo deep, puts it in from the parking lot.
He's 3 of 5.
Tyson Oviedo for 3.
Triton shooting 7 of 13.
Golly, every time he shoots, I think he gets further and further out.
He could definitely shoot from the concession stand here. It's right there.
That was from the parking lot. That was the other direction.
Well, no, I know that. But first half, he could have.
Welk now goes to Shepard. To Kaiser down the left side. Kaiser driving left. Runner from the baseline, puts it in.
Tate Kaiser.
Gets him up to 11 points. Just behind Cumberland that has 12.
High pass to Oviedo. Goes to McKinney. Oviedo's going to drive. Puts on the brakes, retreats back. Now to McKinney. Back door to Shively, up and blocked by Perkins, but a foul call.
I think it's on.
I don't know if it's Perkins because he was.
I don't think it should be on him.
Nope.
Fouls on number 1. Braden Shepard. It's his second, team's fourth.
Because Perkins had a nice read on that one. I mean, he didn't get in with anybody. He was all ball with his swat. Shively gets that first one to go as Bruce Johnson will check back in with Caden Graham.
Bruce Johnson re-enters for Triton.
See how he gets up and down the court here the first time.
With Caden Graham.
Shively again, drills it. And Chandler Westover will check in for him. Minute 2 to go. The Trojans now up at that double-digit mark, getting 11 points here in the quarter. Shepard down the left wing. He'll drive. Down to Perkins. Perkins fighting for it. Somehow corrals a good concentration. Shepard will drive. Stop. Hand off to Cumberland. Shepard not looking, and he throws it away. An unforced error for the Vikings.
I don't know how he saved that down there.
Yeah, underneath there.
It was tipped around by everybody.
That's good concentration by the big man.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your eye on the ball. Yates and Oviedo skipping it across. Johnson underneath. They lost track of him. Banks closed. And get a foul call on the rebound. As Johnson lost him for a moment.
Fouls on number 22, Bruce Johnson. That's his
Foul
third,
number 22,
team's
Bruce
fourth.
Johnson, his third, team's fourth.
And Cole McKinney will check in for Bruce Johnson.
Cole McKinney enters for Triton.
As Triton really rocked the Vikings to sleep,
Yeah,
as no one knowing. I saw Bruce going down underneath there.
Well, they were waiting for that skip pass from Tyson back to Ashton, and then
Boom,
Tyson
right
hammered
underneath.
it down to Bruce.
Kaiser loses his balance, finds a way to get to Cumberland. Kaiser, three-pointer at the buzzer, off the mark, and we'll head into the fourth quarter. Triton leading 42-34, but 15 points put up by the Vikings as they're on their way back.
Yep, chipping away at it. You know, they was up quite a bit there, and then until the Trojans finally got turned around and started to do some scoring. But yeah, 15-11 in that third stanza.
So while we have a minute, I want to congratulate the 2022 Triton Athletic Hall of Fame inductees, athletes Melissa Nifong Branham and Randy Hooley Jr., Coach Gail Perry, and contributors Bill and Marcia Kaiser. The inductees will be recognized at halftime of the Triton versus Knox home game on February 25th. The banquet will be on February 26th at 6 p.m. at the Back 40 Banquet Center. Tickets are now closed because that ended, I believe, today.
No,
Today is it. They extend
the
it?
junior high girls game at home next week.
Next week, so that's
a chance to do it.
So still a chance to get some tickets.
We'll all be there. We'll all be there. Should be all there. You going?
I didn't get a ticket.
Oh, you didn't go?
I don't know. Michelle hadn't told me if I could or not.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna be your date night.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm losing track of everything. But anyway, so congratulations to our Hall of Fame inductees here this season.
I mean,
Possession, Tippecanoe Valley.
Huh?
You can help me record if you want.
Well, I could. I didn't okay with Michelle. She didn't give me a yes or no, and then school was closed for 2 days. And
Oh, you could run the projector.
Yeah. There you go. I guess I could run the projector.
You could run it.
That'll give Kenny the night off from doing it.
There you go.
Really
Sounds like I'm going.
Doesn't really matter. We don't have to worry about broadcasting because there's no internet out there.
I'm going to say a foul call on the Trojans here to start off the fourth quarter. Only 12 seconds in.
Fouls on number 4, Chandler Westover. That's his first, team's fifth. How would you broadcast
I don't know.
the Hall of Fame? You can't
And
really
he
comment.
comes to the and he comes up to the podium.
He speaks ever so softly. I don't know. I have no idea.
I'd like to see that happen.
I'd just like to see Orion's speech. Shepard now up top. So he works on the right wing. Goes to Welk. Welk loses control but tips it to Shepard. Cumberland drives, sees a lane, goes up strong, and he'll draw the contact and go to the line for 2.
Fouls on number 12, Caden Graham. That's his second, team sixth.
And the Trojans are one foul to give to the Vikings before they're in the bonus for the rest of the ball game.
Shooting 2.
So Cumberland has not been to the free throw line yet tonight.
Cumberland good on that first attempt. Second one on the way, perfect for him. Up to Oviedo. Now to McKinney. Back to Oviedo. He'll drive. Puts on the brakes. Goes to Yates here on the near side. Oviedo with it. He'll dial long range. In and out. Caden Graham trying to get there. Yates to get the deflected ball. Up and no good. Perkins with the rebound. Kaiser will get a foul on the way through.
Fouls on number 10, Ashton Oviedo. That's his third, team 7th.
As Caden Graham kept looking like, I don't think I touched him.
And now the Vikings for the next 6 minutes and 58 seconds will have the bonus.
You really have to watch out with those fouls now because free throws are a crucial stat.
Tippecanoe Valley, only one missed free throw on the evening. And Trojans 5 of 13. Kaiser gets that one to go. Welk. The Vikings now going to show some pressure. McKinney gets it up the floor. Out of Graham. Goes to Yates. Yates throws it behind Westford and Triton. An unforced error turns it over as Shively and Johnson will check in.
Cole Shively along with Bruce Johnson enter for Triton.
So 4-point ball game, 6:39 to go.
Still 4 unanswered points here in this fourth quarter. Valley scoring.
Triton's got to get that offense firing up again. Cumberland goes through, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on number 5, Cole McKinney.
Triton
That's
foul
his
number
third,
5,
team's
Cole
8th.
McKinney, his third, team's 8th. Nolan Cumberland at the line, shooting 2.
Cumberland's first one on the way, drops. It's Connor Large will now check in for Cole McKinney.
Connor Large enters for Triton.
Cumberland stays perfect from the line. 90% are the Vikings from the free throw line here tonight. Yates goes to Large. Shepard jumps the route. He goes up and can't put it in. Had a free lane and an empty trip on a bunny shot as Johnson goes up to Connor Large. Kate Graham says, settle down.
He's like, chill.
Simmer down, boys, simmer down.
Because that's what that last possession.
And Triton turns it over Shepard this time. Coming away with it again to Perkins. Perkins, high pass to Cumberland, corrals it, goes to the up fake, he'll drive. Trying to step through and we'll get a foul call, and they say no shot.
Triton foul number 22, Bruce Johnson, his 4th, team's 9th.
And Oviedo will check back in. Cumberland will go to the line for the bonus.
Ashton Oviedo enters for Triton.
So will Cole McKinney.
Nolan Cumberland at the line.
Cumberland perfect on the first shot as he continues perfection from the line. The team 10 of 11. And a chance to tie here on this free throw. We have not been tied since the game started, and Trojans have had the lead the entire ball game. And just like that, we're knotted up at 42.
Yep, 8-0 run in this fourth quarter for the Vikings.
Longest run for them in the ball game. Oviedo gets down as Cumberland went for broke. came from behind to knock it away, and there's Welker. We got a foul call. And Oviedo gets called, I believe.
Fouls on number 10, Ashton
Foul
Oviedo.
number 10,
That's
Ashton
his
Oviedo,
fourth.
his fourth. Team's 10. Dominic Welk at the line for the Vikings, shooting 2.
That's a big foul for the Trojans. Now without Oviedo for a couple minutes. And Welk a chance to put his team up for the first time tonight. Shots up, and the Vikings take the lead.
I smelled this coming from the second
Chandler
quarter.
Westhaver joins the Triton lineup.
Welk again gets that one a drop. 2-point lead now for the Vikings. Up to Shively. Shively goes to McKinney. McKinney kicks out to Graham. But Graham will travel before he takes off. And a timeout for Coach Groves, who's not happy with his Trojans right now.
Timeout, Triton.
And a full timeout as they go to talk things over. The Trojans need to settle down.
Did we put the schedule up there yet?
No, we didn't. We talked a little bit about it, but we did.
So that the Argus game definitely is not going to be made up, and that's going to break a streak for regular season matchups between the Dragons and the Trojans, and it will end at 54, I believe.
It's 54 consecutive
regular season
matchups. But there's still a good chance they'll will meet up in sectional.
And the girls had a long regular season streak until last season too, and then that ended.
And they met again. They met finally for the season in the sectional championship. A season ago, the girls did.
So he said we'll be at Bremen on Tuesday and then home for the season finale with Knox on Friday. And then watch Twitter tomorrow evening. Once we get the draw, it'll get posted up there and see how the sectional week progresses.
Yeah, you can watch that at IHSATV.com or org too. I think that starts at 5, right?
Yep, I seen it was supposed to be at 5 o'clock.
Sometimes it's 7, sometimes 5.
Sometimes it's 2.
So the Vikings inbound with a 2-point lead. Shepard on the right wing. He'll drive, feeds it across. Cumberland with the up fake. He drives, goes up, blocked by Shively, and a foul call.
Fouls on number 20, Cole Shively. That's his first.
Triton foul on number 20, Cole Shively, his first. Nolan Cumberland at the line, shooting 2.
Who's been perfect here tonight, 6 of 6. This Valley team has practiced their free throws. And in and out.
Say that again.
Well, I don't want to. Okay. Only the second free throw missed as Cumberland will reset, go 1 for 2 on that trip. Triton looks to break this defense. Now to Shively. Triton seems to be, cannot panic with the ball. Trailing by 3, inside 5 minutes to go. Kaiser trying to catch Yates napping, and it went off of Yates, and the Vikings get it back.
Yeah, our view's a little bit different tonight. I don't think you've probably really seen that. The Valley score table's elevated.
Shepard now, working against Tyson Yates. Kaiser now dribbles away. He'll drive with the left hand up. No call on the shot. Shepard for the 3 to extend the lead. Can't get that one to go. Perkins with the rebound. Perkins on top. Kaiser with the up fake. He'll retreat back and reset. Graham's going to get close to him and start that countdown. Cumberland sees a lane. He'll drive. Pull-up jumper is in.
Nolan Cumberland!
Their largest lead is now up to 5.
13-0 run in this fourth quarter.
Shively goes up, and they're going to call a blocking foul.
Now the ref don't remember which one he's supposed to call it on. He was so ready to come over here and call it.
Ashton Oviedo along with Bruce Johnson under for Triton.
So get it figured out here.
Fouls on number one.
Braden
Shepard, that's his third, team's fifth.
The Trojans still trying to find that first point to drop here in this fourth quarter. Down to Oviedo. He'll drive. Oviedo with it up top. Goes to McKinney. Hands off to Yates. Yates will try a three. Can't get down. Goes Shively with the offensive rebound. Goes up and draws the foul.
Fouls on number 13, Dawson Perkins. That's his fourth, team six.
Cole Shively at the line.
Shively will go. First one's on the way. Drops.
Maybe now he got the lid knocked off the basket for this remaining portion of this fourth quarter.
The Trojans just now on the board. Get that one to go. And a timeout for Coach Groves. As he'll have
30-second timeout.
Making sure you're staying awake over there.
I'm awake.
Just making sure.
I got to manually do it for this scoreboard. Appreciate all 161 watching.
You know, Tippecanoe Valley just needs to keep their pressure up because, you know, right here having a big, they saved all those points that they couldn't quite get in that first half. Like Caden Atkins always says, you can't win in the first quarter. And you got to play all four quarters, and that's what Tippecanoe Valley has done here. They've saved every little bit of energy they have, and they came out on fire here in this second half, putting up 28 points just here in this second half.
Yeah, compared to Triton's 13.
We're very close to that score from 2 years ago. The Vikings came up on top 51-48, but that was in overtime. So
the Trojans this year, when they've gone to overtime, did not get that one game there as they lost in overtime. Tippecanoe Valley has not been to overtime this season. So see what the Trojans can dial up here. 3-point ball game, 3.5 to go. Kaiser hands off to Shepard. Here comes the trap. Shepard loses them. Goes down to Welk. Welk leaves it for Perkins, knocked away from Oviedo. Kaiser now scanning the floor. Goes up top to Welk. Now to Cumberland. Johnson going to hang with it. Cumberland trying to get freed up. Feeds down to Perkins and he'll lose it. And the Trojans get it back.
I've got that down as the 13th turnover for Valley. Triton has 15 turnovers.
See if Triton can handle this press. Up to Johnson, now to Shively. He sees a lane. Shively goes up, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for two. The Trojans trying to chip away at this 3-point lead.
That's on Perkins. That's his fifth. And it is.
Fouls on number 13, Dawson Perkins. That's his fifth, team seventh.
And he is done for the night. They're going to send in Landon Walters.
Landon Walters enters for Tippecanoe Valley.
So the senior, Dawson Perkins, will come off the floor.
He's
going to end the night with 4 points.
Shively gets the friendly roll. And Graham will check in.
Enters for Triton.
Shively to go again. Shots on the way and puts it in. 1 point ball game. A timeout for Tippecanoe Valley. Both teams with 2 timeouts left.
Tippecanoe Valley,
So Anna, what do you think here? You got 3:04 to go, 1 point ball game. I think for both teams just need to be patient with the ball and look it in because you can't get squirrely with it because
Right.
it ain't gonna work good for you.
Right. I think we let them have that shift of motivation like you always talk about. And I think it's very important that we get that motivation back and want to win this game because at the end of the day, you can't just win a game off of nothing. You have to want to win. And so I think if we get that motivation in our boys, I think they can pull out a win.
You know, it's like I always tell my kids, nothing in life is deserved. You got to earn. If you want it, you got to go get it, and you got to earn it. And whatever team puts in that work here in the next 3 minutes and 4 seconds is going to walk away with a win.
You know, with Perkins picking up that 5th foul, that's now 17 foul for Valley. So now Triton here gets 1 and 1, but they're only shooting 53% from the line. So, you know, they'll definitely have to step it up if they do get back to that free throw line.
So see what they drop here. Tippecanoe Valley, what they're going to do on the offensive set. I'd look for them to slow it down here, run their half-court offense, and milk that clock as long as they can. Triton just can't fall asleep. Got to try to create some chaos, which they do so well. And dig deep and play the way they did in that first half.
The biggest thing there out there, Ashton Oviedo has 4 fouls, and also Bruce Johnson.
Kaiser goes, leaves it for Cumberland. Here comes Yates to disrupt it. Back to Cumberland. Cumberland will drive. Goes to Welk. As the Vikings play keep away here, try to burn some clock. Graham hanging with Kaiser.
And Caden just needs to stay out there close enough just to get that clock started.
Graham hanging with him. Here comes Shively to trap him. Now to Shepard. Long possession here. What the Vikings wanted. We'll get a foul call.
Fouls on number 20, Cole Shively. That's his second.
Number 20, Cole Shively, his second.
Teams, I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
After 10.
Because Valley's in the double bonus. As Kenny looks at the replay, or I guess the playback. It's hard to do replay for basketball for us.
Yeah, we don't even turn it on, but our YouTube is just enough delayed so we can usually go back in and catch something.
Shively got him in on the reach.
Just a little bit in the belly.
Shepard good on the first one, second one on the way. In and out, lead now to 2. Yates now calls it out, inside 2 minutes to go. 2-point ball game. Graham up top, feeds McKinney. In the corner to Oviedo, off his forehead, regains control. Yates now with it. Now to Graham in the corner. 3-pointer for the lead. Puts it in! Caden Graham!
Caden Graham for 3.
Minute and a half to go. Kaiser now at the basketball.
They've got to have that momentum now to pull out a defensive stop.
Kaiser now with it. Working against Yates. Goes in the lane. Goes up strong. Draws the foul. And gets the lead back. And an and one opportunity coming.
So far, none of them have said it counts. Now they do.
Fouls on number 24,
Trade
Tyson
foul number
Yates.
24, Tyson Yates is first. Kaiser at the line, shooting 1.
He's been 2 of 2, 3 of 3.
So Kaiser's got 16. Yates out the floor. 2-point ball game. Final minute nearing here. Now to Shively in the corner. He'll go baseline. Shively goes up off the glass. No good. Rebound to Shepard. Big possession there. Now Kaiser up the floor. Has a chance to drain some clock. Got to get going here. Cumberland. Caught in the corner. Shepard now. Now to Kaiser. Kaiser splits the defenders. Retreats back to the corner. Kaiser spins away, trying to lose Tyson Yates. They're going to get a foul call on Tyson Yates, I believe.
Also number 24, Tyson Yates, that's his second.
Foul number 24, Tyson Yates, his second. Tate Kaiser at the line, shooting 2.
So Kaiser's been perfect, 3 of 3 at the line. As a team 16 and 19.
Kaiser gets that one to go. 17 of the 52 points coming from the line tonight for the Vikings.
37 attempts at the free throw line tonight between both teams.
Kaiser's second one drops as he's perfect with and a 30-second timeout. As the Trojans have a long way to go, trailing by 4 with 30.3 seconds to go.
30-second timeout, Tippecanoe Valley, their 4th timeout.
I do want to give a shout out to an anonymous donor that we had last week. Donated $100 through the donation link on the website, TritonTrojans.org.
I believe was it the $ at the top you can click on and
yeah, in the $ inside the heart, and it says you think I know it since I stare at it every day editing the website.
Yep, right
there.
Back
our Trojans,
yeah,
that's what it says.
Back our Trojans, and then there's a little $ with the heart there. You can pull that up if you want to donate. All that money goes to help the Triton Athletic Department.
Triton's got to go the full court. As Yates will take off. Got to get going. Yates, Toviedo, three-pointer on the way, short of the mark, no good. Shively with the rebound. Shively goes back up with the reverse lay, and it puts it in. 17 seconds to go. And they're waiting, draining clock, as it should have been called for a delay. Up to Welk. Welk goes to Cumberland. He'll draw the foul. As I don't understand how that wasn't a delay.
Number delay, or Caden just grabs the ball.
Well, no, at the same time right there, but after that made shot, Shepard had a hold of it. He wasn't going to inbound. He was still standing in play. Technically,
yes,
they have called that a technical foul. I'm not saying the officials are wrong, but we've seen that called a technical foul in recent or in past games. Cumberland hits both of these.
Which he's 8 of 9 right now.
As he has a chance to put the nail in the coffin here. Second one on the way. There it is. 4-point lead. And a full timeout for Tippecanoe Valley.
Tippecanoe Valley, their 5th timeout.
As Chad Patrick's Vikings went on a 21-9 run here in this fourth quarter to extend themselves, get the lead, and they have taken over here. They have that 4-point lead. Here's time's running out.
Right scrub to it so we can see it.
Because if you watch, Shiley will go up and shoot here. And I watch, just stands waiting.
Kind of stood and waited till he stepped out of bounds. But then even Caden Graham comes over here. He just reached in and grabbed the ball. He didn't hit anybody.
So McKinney and the Trojans have to go the full court, trailing by 4. Triton needs a prayer here in the next 6.5 seconds if they want to win this ball game. Right now, it's favoring the Vikings. Up to Yates. Now to Oviedo, three-pointer on the way, off the mark, and that's going to do it. The Vikings are going to win here 55-51 as they win here from Rita Price Simpson Court as they find their 13th win on the season. And Triton will fall to 14-6 as they get ready to take on Bremen Tuesday night.
See if we can get anything to sync a little faster. I doubt it. We might just end up reading stats otherwise. Yeah, we might just start off here. Free throws for the Trojans, shot 9 of 17. Valley shot 20 of 23. There we do, we get it. They did sync up. 2-pointers, 9 of 16 compared to 13 of 21. 3 points, 8 of 18, 3 of 13, and turnovers 15 and 13. For Valley, Cumberland with 23, Kaiser with 18, Shepherd with 5, and Perkins with 4, and Walls with 3. And for the Trojans, Oviedo with 14, Shively with 10, McKinney and Graham each with 7, Johnson with 6, Yates with 5, and Large with 2.
So that's going to do it for us here tonight from Rita Price Simpson Court. I'm Andrew Hare for Anna McIntyre, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler. Until next time, Trojan fans, remember the Trojan way.